live.
That's a menorah today. Oh, boy, look who's there, boy. Right on. You got that on in, huh?
Yeah, man.
That's it? Yes, sir. Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom to the worldwide family. Peaceful Sabbath. We get about our Abba's business. We got a few things to go over today. Just a bit short-handed, but we're going to get it done, y'all. So we're going to get right to it. We got a few scripts to go over. So we're going to go ahead and face Holy Jerusalem, from whence our help coming from. We're going to get that, y'all. We're going to get that opening prayer, Psalm 100, when you get a chance, bro. See if we'll close with 101. Or 101 or 137, either one. Yes, sir. My eyes out. And while you look for that, y'all, today's lesson, the spiritual soul music. So we're going to get some instruction and understanding what music started, where it come from, how it influences every individual, and the power that music contains. So we'll be covering that today. And y'all, we're going to see that Diddyism was on the other side of the flood concerning this music. With one of Cain's offspring named Gadon. So a lot of times you look it up and keep bringing up genius, you know, but we're going to get into a little bit of that today because he was one of the first ones to hook music, orgy, and the whole nine up. So Puffy has just been reading old documentation. So with that, y'all, we're going to get this prayer on.
All right, family. We're going to get this opening prayer.
Yes.
And it is with the Most High's permission.
Yes, sir.
And is in the name of his only begotten and beloved Son, our Lord and Savior and our Redeemer, Yahushua HaMashiach.
Yes.
But we know him as Jesus the Christ, family. Long live the King.
Long live the King.
Reading in the book of Psalms, in the 100th chapter, it reads, Make a joyful noise unto the Most High, all ye land.
Yes, sir.
Serve Yahweh with gladness. Come before his presence with singing.
With what?
With singing. Know ye that the Most High, he is Elohim. It is he that hath made us, and not we ourselves.
Yes, sir.
We are his people.
Yes, sir.
And the sheep of his pasture. Enter into his gates with thanksgiving, and into his courts with praise. Be thankful unto him, and bless his name. For Yahweh is good. His mercy is everlasting, and his truth endureth to all generations. Hallelujah! Say that!
Yes, sir. All praises, bro. Yeah, right to it, boy. That timing was perfect.
Well, the Most High put you in places by appointment.
Yes, sir. By accident, I feel you, bro. Once again, y'all, today's lesson, the spiritual soul music. And we're talking about music that moves the soul. And music can move a soul to do right or wrong. All you have to do is be up in a club you ain't supposed to, and they put on a certain song. You may be moving in the wrong direction.
Getting hot in here.
Oh, look here, that's what we're talking about, sis, you know, and we want to get it clear because some will point to David dancing out of his clothes, but we're going to clear that up too. So you have to understand when you covering wickedness, you try to point at something in the Bible to get it covered up or to say, well, they did it, I'm justifying of doing it. But what you did, what you saw was what somebody told you. It ain't what was in the manuscript concerning David and Solomon. So y'all, we want to understand that music has nothing to do with flesh. Because you can play all the songs you want and the flesh still gonna die. Mm-hmm. But music and its comforting to the soul, if the flesh is on its way out, that's the only thing that comforts the soul because it accepts the flesh is dying. Right. So with that, y'all know how we get down. We just want to send our shouts out like we always do. I want to send shouts out to Mr. and Emaw. You know, they've been traveling. They had to go visit their son. You know, was having a procedure. Everything turned out good. So glad for that report, Emaw and Mr. Y'all be safe on your travels coming back in. Amen. Also, our Raphael, Israel, you know, our regular Hebrew brother around the camp, lost his pops a couple days ago. He had been struggling a bit, so it wasn't as bad because he was feeling it was coming. His father had accepted it was coming. So he ain't that overwhelmed with grief, so to speak, but he still hurt. So I need prayers for him and his family. Also, shouts out to our brother and family, our brother Warren Eleazar, that's the brother Skinny Black, to his household, just asking for a little prayer and resolve and peace around that way. You know what I'm saying? Uplifting prayer, so to speak. Our brother Uriah, Sister Hananiah, Elder Judah, Sister Tashiba, also our fam over in the homeland, our Uncle Agda, and his wife Yisraela and Emo Naomi. Also our Sister Nakia and brother Zeb, I should say Sheb, over there in the homeland. Also, just any prayers for anybody that hopefully I didn't miss. Oh yeah, our push.
Yes, sir.
Our push surgery was successful.
Okay.
He actually busted one knee up leaving the barbershop, and then I guess was getting up to go to the bathroom or the kitchen and you know, kind of favoring that one knee and wrenched the other one.
Oh, man.
So we got both knees in a cast right now. But he said he ain't feeling no pain. And he said, all praises to the Most High, somebody was there and was able, you know, to assist him in that time of need. So y'all, we need to pray for our push, that speedy recovery. What you got, Jeremiah, for that?
Had the assembly pray for Christine Douglas.
Christine Douglas?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Sharice Douglas.
Sharice Douglas.
Yeah.
And who you mean is Sister Miss Judah, y'all. The court verdict came down Thursday, and it was very unpleasant, y'all. What she was charged with and what she was found guilty of, they did with what we used to say around the neighborhood, you can kiss the baby. They gave her life without the possibility of parole.
Yes.
And we're talking about a 34-year-old woman.
Yeah.
Now, from my understanding, there is works because of a few things that the judge didn't allow, that an appeal is in the works. But right now, what she's facing is coming out of their feet first, so to speak, unless the Most High intervene and appeal has come up and she's able to get it reduced to the time that she could come out and have a life. Other than that, this nation, y'all, when we talk about no penitentiary chances, it's exactly what it means, y'all, because they're looking to give out time because they'll make more off of it in there than they'll figure she'll be productive outside. So once they get their hands on you, if they can get 40 a year out of you versus put you back on the street, they're going to get that 40 a year. And y'all, this is by no way, in no form or circumstance that we're taking anything away from the Israelite brother that was laid to rest and you know is the basis of that court situation. You know, he's got family members that's grieving.
What she do?
And also, it's a child. Well, the guy say it was drama, and there was a shot to the back and killed the individual. So, y'all, we have to look at everything justly. We have to make sure we look at it across the board and show mercy for everything, because that's a mother that's lost her child. Now, there was a child conceived in that situation, and it's growing up with neither parent. So the grandmother got to raise this child, y'all. So we don't want to seem like we're favoring anything. We're just saying we was asking the Most High based on what's happening, because there's only one individual that was able to tell what happened. We was just asking the Most High if he would intervene and see to it that we somehow hear that other side, and hopefully appeal will allow us to hear the other side, so to speak. What else you had, Sister Joyce?
I want to say something. I was thinking about moving,
You thinking about moving?
and I had a lot of stuff. I got the kitchen, the bathroom, the living room, and everything. And Brother Daddy, remember I text you?
Mm-hmm.
But like you were saying about that music, the Lord was revealing to me something that he wanted me to get rid of.
Yeah.
I had a lot of secular DVDs, and I was using my DVD and say, bad DVD, that bad. The Lord was revealing to me that he wanted me to get rid of stuff and not move out. But this is what I do know. And he gave me the script, Psalm 73,
What is that?
verse 25 and 26.
That's one of your favorites, Sherwood.
Whom have I in heaven
But thee.
Right.
And there is nothing upon earth that I desire besides thee.
Right.
My flesh and my heart faileth. Because I was like, Lord, I want to move. He said, no, you don't want to move. You want to get rid of stuff. Either give it away
To make some room.
throw it away.
Right.
And I got a lot of clothes. I did.
Yeah.
So I'm working on getting rid of things because the Lord is revealing to me we take on a lot of stuff that has no real purpose, like you were saying, the music. And I got a lot of music, a lot of old DVD. The Lord said, get rid of that, get rid of that, get rid of that, get rid of that.
Yeah.
So right now, I'm cleaning up my life. But this the thing, my flesh and my heart failed it. But God is the strength of my heart and my portion.
Absolutely. And you got to believe that, y'all. That's your portion. When all money go away, is bread that you can buy for no money.
Right, right.
So knowledge that you can buy for no money because it's free. What you got, Jay?
My heart is heavy for the sister. But this script came to mind, and it's James 4 and 12.
Uh-huh.
There's only one lawgiver that is able to save and to destroy. Who will thou that judges another?
Absolutely. So if it was anything judged, the ultimate judge is going to judge this matter all the way, if y'all understand what I'm saying.
Yes, sir.
But y'all, we have to be careful in the land of your captivity. And like you say, I'm going to say this and we're going to move on because we got a few scripts. This thing right here, this is your consciousness. This right here was one of the determining factors that caused them to say guilty, is because of what was typed in here, and it's what they used against an individual. Because what they're doing is they're building a dossier for the Antichrist. Everything you Google, they know your character. He only Google scriptures. He'll Google how to fix this, and that's how he gonna Google this. And then we got the other side that say, I want some of that dark side. So they're gonna take all of their information and they're gonna say Antichrist candidate, follower of Messiah. We're gonna have to put them to death, and it's gonna be based off of this. What you type in, what you go after, is how they're trying to get their book of life in order. Because it's going to come down to, do you live while the Antichrist reign, or do you die? But it's going to be based off of what they've gathered from where you go and search for. Because that's your consciousness. Not only did these phones are starting to do what's called algorithms. That means if they see you have a pattern looking at something else, they can say maybe he's biblical, but he's not as sure as where he at. They're going to know about what you search for. Based on what your knowledge is up here about the script. So that everything's going to be judged by their book of life off of your phone. And this is what's going to throw you in the concentration camp or not. What you got on here. Because this is the only thing they come for.
Yes.
They got the diddler with this.
Oh,
What you got to say?
Yeah, that's the truth, because I posted the other day on Facebook, just a big sand glass.
Like time running out.
It says repent, and this morning when I got up in my prayer time, they automatically sent me something that they were shutting it down, they were not putting it on Facebook. I got up, I pulled my pajamas back, I kept sending it and sending it and
Right.
sending it again and again, repent.
And they glad you're doing it because they know for sure it wasn't an accident now. Or she meant to say that, so she's on God's side. And that's good, sis. We understand that because you're willing to bear your cross at this point. You're like, I don't care. That's me. And I'll say it to y'all face. Not only will I put it in the phone, I'll say it to your face, y'all, but this is the dossier, what they're building now. Everything is going off of when you hit sin.
Exactly.
You got to look at it again, y'all, and this is where we have to take time and look and understand. Let me see how this message is going to be viewed or what's happening. And then now let me erase these 3 words and hit sin. You know, so you have to Selah on everything from here on out. If you down with the Messiah, I don't care what they come for this one. You know, it is what it is. And they understand. They're going to look at the length and time you've been into it. So they going to do the seed sower if it's falling on stony ground. If it's doing this, they know Israelites who claim they Israelites but chasing other doctrines. They know Israelites that's cheating on their study to show they self-approved by thinking they could get caught up to speed on YouTube videos. And think that's going to bring you up to par. The only problem is you can't ask the video no question.
Right.
And you're going to be asked questions about it, y'all. So we have to get understood, y'all, that we are moving into a time and space that, y'all, we're moving into spiritual warfare now.
Yes.
And I'm talking about at a high level because this thing starts to think for you and you be like, wait a minute, I only thought that. I didn't say anything yet.
right.
So y'all, we're gonna get going. You had something, what you got too, by?
Question in the chat. Sister Eve Ariana Chuckin.
Shalom, Sister Eve Trucking.
She asks, I have a question. Can I cook on Shabbat?
You know, are you asking, is cooking allowed on the Sabbath day? If cooking is your profession, then that's your servile work. And you can't cook 7 days in a row because you'll be too tired and wore out from cooking. So if cooking is your profession, then no. Unless you're scheduled to come in on a job and then you got to try to ask the Most High, can you deliver me from cooking on the Sabbath? And just cook the other days of the week. But it says no servile work on the Sabbath. That's how you make your 40 hours. If you're put in that position that you have to do servile work on the Sabbath, it said keep it as holy as possible and just as quick as you got on there, because we don't know if they said, can you work holidays or weekends? They're not talking about feast days of the Bible. They're talking about the holidays of the nation. And you say yes because I'm in a bind. I need work. If I don't take this job now, I'm violation of 1 Tim 5. I'm worse than an infidel. I can't take care of myself, let alone my house. Lord, help me. And he'll say, get on the job, do what you can, and keep that day as holy as possible as you can. And if you keep praying to me, I'm going to get you off of that Sabbath. Y'all, but faith without works is dead. Just like works without faith is dead. He just ain't going to take you off of Sabbath. You know why? Because you're going to be just messing around doing everything else, playing football and working on the car. And if you're getting off the Sabbath to do other things, you know what I'm saying? That's why he said, don't, make the Sabbath about me as far as keeping it holy as you can. We're in the land of our captivity, and we didn't keep the Sabbath at home. That's why we're here too. So, yes, if them babies need to eat, if you were not able to cook yesterday and then just warm food, because food still have to be warmed up. You can't eat cold food or food that's been put in the refrigerator. Even if you cooked it yesterday, it still got to be warmed up. It says kindling a fire to cook. Like back in the day, we had to put the wood on the stove and we have to do all that. You got to get all the pots and pans out. He said eliminate that part of it and just have a quick meal set up for the Sabbath. Sandwiches. Have that already for the short legger. But if you just last night just wanted to watch TV and I'm going to get it after I get through watching CNN and then you didn't do nothing and went on to sleep, you know, but yes, by all means, the Sabbath was made for man, not man for the Sabbath.
Right, but the scriptures say you don't kindle a fire.
Right,
They
so
don't say don't eat,
don't
cook.
eat, right.
But your fire is already going.
Already
on
going.
Shabbat.
Yes,
you
sir.
can put something on there.
You can put something on it. That's what it's
Yeah.
saying. Don't rebuild the fire. Because he wants you to eat every day.
Right. So of course you can cook, sis. I mean, are you technically kindling a fire if you throw something in the microwave? I think
Yeah, that's the
electric.
same thing. What about putting it, some people put food in the window and let the sun heat it up. You can't do that. The Most High didn't put us in a point like that where we have to make decisions about how we live and how we eat. He just said, if you cook like that, your mother and the husband work, you can't cook like that breakfast, lunch, and dinner 7 days a week. You're going to have to double up on Friday, and you're going to have to take a rest on the Sabbath from cooking for everybody else. There's some sandwiches in there. Kool-Aid in there, fix yourself some. Mama ain't cooking today. Mama resting today. Because she has to recharge to cook the following week. If she cooks 7 days a week, she going to get sick. And when she gets sick, she going to have to get laid down. We're going to have to cook from her. And we don't know how to cook like she do. Well, we going to cook going to make her sicker. You understand what I'm saying? Because we don't know how to cook.
Yeah, she say turning the stove on. No,
Nah, that's like turning the heat on in the wintertime. See, it's not when we read that's the people that's acting like Aaron taught. It's these leaders that saying you can't do nothing. They can't, and they're the ones that doing everything.
Right.
For one, they can't explain a Sabbath day's journey. How long is that? The script don't list how long it is. You can travel on the Sabbath. Answer that first.
Right.
Because if not, we done violated driving down here.
I was just about to say.
To teach the rest of the world. Y'all, it don't mean that the Sabbath was made for man,
Right.
not man for the Sabbath. You don't chase the Sabbath and try to go around and do it like that. You just keep it holy like it says, set apart today. Today, I don't listen to nothing but Hebrew music. Today, if I'm reading, I'm not reading GQ magazine today. I'm reading some scripts today.
It's set apart from the rest of the
Set apart from what you do the other 6 days, and none of that means starve yourself.
Exactly.
If you lazy on the prep day, then you have to get the laziness together.
And if they consider that turning that stove on as kindling a fire, sit in the house, don't go nowhere, because when you turn that key on in the car, it starts a fire.
Yes,
in
it
the
do.
engine.
Called the ignition.
Right. That's what
Spark
ignites.
plugs.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, but we ain't gonna go down that rabbit hole because don't do that because it don't stop. If you change a baby 6 days a week, what you ain't gonna change him on the Sabbath? I mean, you like no, leave him alone. Let him right there. It's the Sabbath.
He ain't smelling that bad.
He ain't smelling that bad, and it looked like a rack of pool balls in the back of that pamper, and you just letting them walk around with it to the first day of the week.
Yeah.
Somebody changed the baby. Now we got to go get some Desinex. So y'all don't be I don't want to say foolish. I don't want to use that word, but without understanding. You know, the Bible don't stop because the laws are not grievous. That would be grievous for you to decide I'm hungry. It's called forced fasting then. You can't eat and you're going to eventually get mad at the Lord and change your ways and thoughts. And you're going to try to find another God to go to that don't, but because you don't understand instruction. With all you're getting, get what?
Understand.
See, and that's no understanding when we think that we can't do nothing on the Sabbath day.
And it's truly in the spirit of the law.
That's what it's talking about, bro, not the letter of the law.
That's right.
That's right.
So y'all, anybody got any more questions too, by?
No, she said, yes, I'm working on the prep day.
On the prep day?
On the prep day, that's what she
Yes,
said.
yeah. And look at that when the Messiah, when the Pharisees asked him, when he said the Sabbath was made for man, they said, your disciples plucking corn. Now, I want you to think they're plucking corn and eating. This got so bad that they didn't even want the Messiah to heal nobody on the Sabbath day. No, let them hurt. Let them hurt. And just think if somebody just racked with pain, just bent over, stomach hurt, and they like, it's the Sabbath, let them keep rocking. And you better slow that rocking down because you're rocking too hard on the Sabbath. And he just had to do like, Now you're groaning too loud on the Sabbath. Hush with your pain.
Right.
Hush up with your pain. This is where it will go to, y'all. It wasn't designed for that. Adam was born into the Sabbath. So if you look at what he was doing on the Sabbath, He was just born into retirement. Like how we have to work to get to that rest, he was actually born in the resting. He was into retirement. Like we work 20 years on the job and you retire and you're like, well, I'm gonna go out and trim the tree a little bit. When you get tired, you're like, that's enough tree trimming, and you go back in the house. Right. That's the way Adam was born, and that's what we're going back into. No labor, pain, so to speak. Children will be born without pain, so to speak. So y'all, that's where we have to keep it at, because this is coming from Pharisees, y'all. Pharisees do that to keep control of you. But guess what they'll have you out there doing? Selling oils at the oil table and bringing the money back to them. They'll have you out there doing that.
Yeah.
See, they'll call that righteous work, but you working for them. Ain't nowhere in the script saying thou shalt be an excellent oil salesman. Thou shalt put the cologne people out of business.
Right.
Thou shalt have oils that set you apart from everyone else on the Sabbath. No, y'all, we ain't gonna play them type of game. We good too, bye.
Yes,
So y'all, again, today's lesson, the spiritual soul music. And what we want to get into today, the biggest fornication that's going around, and y'all have to understand what ignites fornication. What, like we was just talking about, the spark is music. It does it, y'all. Either you gonna praise the Most High like the psalm you read, or we gonna get into that music that grabs hold of your soul and makes your flesh do the dance. See, now everywhere we're gonna read in the Bible, you're gonna see singing, you're gonna see music, singing, and dancing. We got to figure out which is the right music, singing, and dancing. Because right now, Sexy Red say dance like this. Or look here. What do soul music say too, by if we got the definition of that? We're going to get that, we're going to get on started. Soul music, and it's in every Webster dictionary, just like soul man is and soul food. We have to see, because it's saying it what ignites the soul, what makes the soul move. Only music quiets you down. When you sitting in a funeral and you know you holding back the tears, it ain't until that one person hit that note on that song, that mourning song. Next thing you know, the floodgates open. Right. It's designed to do that because it moves the soul.
Right.
Yes, sir. What you got to about?
All right, it says soul music, a kind of pop music incorporating elements of rhythm and blues and gospel. Originated in African American communities, categorized by an emphasis on vocal and impassionated improvisatory delivery.
So who has that music? What group of people?
African American community, Hebrew community.
Yes, sir. Shalom, Mark.
Sure.
Yes, sir. Got baby girl with you today, huh?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Keep going.
I mean, if it's more,
Yeah,
then we
just a
need
little
to.
bit. It says
Okay.
it is associated with performers such as Marvin Gaye, Aretha Franklin, James Brown, and Otis Redding. That's
Just showing you the so-called slaves are in charge of what's called soul music. The problem is, it's still the same thing. They just go get them out of the church and have them sing something else. See, Clive Davis and Jimmy Iovine, they hang around churches because it's raw, natural talent, and when it moves you and they hear it moves them. They have an ear for that note, and they say, that's going to sell 1 million copies. It'll sell 5 million if we can get them singing.
They got a soul brother in here.
What it say?
Slaying a fellow Negro of the male sex.
Yeah.
My
So,
fellow Negro.
look, that's why we're saying, y'all, everything is already in front of our face. It's without excuse. They tell you what soul and who is connected with soul. Out of all the people on the earth, it don't say nothing else. If Edomite or another nation get to it, they call them white chocolate. I mean, white soul or something like that. They're trying to compare. You know, yeah. So it's all saying you copy from them. You sound almost like them, like a John B. or a Robin Thicke, or the #1 sister who was singing that man must have done I don't know what she did, but Tina Marie.
Yes. Oh yeah.
If you didn't see her, you would think that's a sister handling business like that. But regardless, when you see, she's still compared to who? A sister.
And they got soul sister in there too.
Now, do that, boy, what it say, boy?
Soul sister.
Yeah.
Slang. A fellow Negro of the female sex. So that's covering just one nation of people, but all nations of the world, but you know who the soul people are.
Right.
Us.
Right, and they'll tell you. They'll tell every nation, you got a little soul, don't you? You got a little soul, and that sets them apart from their nation. They saying, you're ranking with the chosen because it comes natural. It's not trained.
Right. You can't be like, Habib, my soul brother.
No, they ain't gonna even
Something
say.
funny about
Look,
that.
and why does every other nation only use the term with us when they're saying brother?
Right.
Brother is only talking about the so-called African American that they link us with brother. They don't call no other nations that hey brother, you know, they don't say that, you know, unless they're really heavily involved in church or something. They try to put it with that, but most of the time we get that no matter what from any nation, brother.
And I make sure I say it in every public place. I see some brothers or sisters and there's some other nations. Right?
Yeah.
Hey, brother, how you doing? They be like, are they really brothers?
Right, or they say, hey, your brother over
Right,
there,
your
man.
brother one.
See, it's either mocking or they accept it because that's what it is, yo. So y'all, let's get right to it. We got a few scripts. And y'all know how we bring it forth. We bring it forth for our one and only high priest, Yahushua HaMashiach, locally known as Jesus the Christ. He brings forth the law and teachings of his Father, the Most High, after the order of Melchizedek, which he is the high priest and the high priest alone. He brings forth the law to every male, female, rich, poor, free of bond. And why we're going over this lesson is because every one of us have something that we say into ourselves. If you hear it, it kicks the vocals out of you before you know, that's my jam. 2 notes. But the bottom line is when you holler out, that's my jam, you got to be ready to explain why it's your jam. Why are you in love with those lyrics?
Right.
Those lyrics are saying some things, you know. So just that's my jam. But as we go over scripture today, J-A-M, your jam, it has to remain with, if we lose those letters, J-A-M, judgment, atonement music. That's the only thing you can have because music has to atone for bad behavior. Music puts you in a good mood. So it's atoning, judgmental atonement music. It cannot make things go worse. You understand? Because some songs lead to graveyard love.
Yeah.
People listen to songs crying. You know, you get too much of that little Milton walking the back streets and crying. Where he says, woman say you ain't got half of nothing you working with.
Oh.
So I had to walk the back streets and cry. Yes, sir. See, blues, that's what blues is. They're misery songs.
Right.
You understand what we're saying? So some of them are uplifting, but most of them are talking about my soul is in trouble.
Right.
It's hurting bad. Well, you can't be singing lyrics that gonna take it on to the grave.
Right.
Let me ask you.
Without you, I'm just gonna die.
Right.
You my sun, you my moon, I'm about to die.
Ain't no life in the lyrics. Oh, yeah.
Ain't no life in them words. That's what we talking about, life or death. What you got to
Well, and I know you probably gonna touch on to it, Daniel Solomon. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a big jazz head.
Oh,
And
yes,
I like,
sir.
And I like instrumental music. I figure as long as I'm away from the words, I'm safe. You know?
Well, look, it's way, but look, this is what we're saying. Music just have to be inspired by uplifting a different thing. So there's what you may call secular music because we got Israelites out here don't believe in the Messiah and they cutting tracks.
Right.
We can't listen to that music.
Okay.
If they're exalting themselves or, you know, at one time they were singing this good music and now they own some other doctrine. So what was all that music you were singing at first?
Right.
And pledging allegiance to. So we have to be careful, y'all. But there's things in the world that maybe have to be looked at like an idol, which is nothing. You know, there's some people that have not, it's like he said in the law, there's a natural law that if some never saw the Bible, but they do the things that's natural according to the world, I mean, not according to the world, but according to the Most High, like plant their crops a certain season, Like make sure their children grow up man and woman, boy and girl, you know, and they don't have the law of God, but nature is teaching them how to perform the law. Because when they see they two boy dogs try to mount on each other, they get into fighting and they like, we ain't supposed to do that, two boy dogs. So two men gonna fight like that too. You understand what I'm saying? So nature teaches you about the law, because if you were stranded on a desert island, only the sun and the moon could track time for you, for how long you been there, because the seasons gonna change. So it tracks, you can, like you hold your thumbnail up this way, and because your thumbnail's curved like that, you can see what side that the moon is on, what side of the month past the 15th day, or you before the 15th day, because the 15th day is full. You understand what I'm saying? The same way with the sun, when it goes down in the horizon, dusk is just like dawn. But the problem is, does it go into night, or do you see the sun coming back up? So you know what side of the sun you on. I've been here for this many days. Oh, tomorrow my birthday, and I've been on this island for 5 years, and I got no contact with the outside world. Well, the Most High say it still ain't no excuse, because I'm going to let you see the pattern of how you going to survive and how you going to maintain. If y'all ever seen that movie Castaway with Tom Hanks, y'all see that. The only thing, you just can't chase Wilson.
Right. Volleyball.
Yeah. Because that went into idol worship. So judgment, atonement music, that's my jam. Because that's what all music is based upon. What you got to about?
Elder Jeremiah in the chat says jams means Jesus as my Savior.
If you want to do it that way as well. If that's your jam, then that's even more powerful. Like that. So y'all, we gonna get right to it if we ain't got no more questions. And y'all, how we gonna break this down? We're gonna break this down pros and cons. The pros of music from the Most High, because everything with instruction. So we got a couple one-liners, and then we're gonna get into the two music people that the Bible speaks of, that everybody deal with music, or they say when they point to music about dancing and the spirit of music, they always point to David. But on the con side of that, the failing side, the offspring of Cain, who's from the offspring of his grandson Lamech, is his son named Genun, Genun. And when you see some things that him and Prince is almost compared to as skill level, we're going to see how they got to skill level and how they use that information to bring forth music, either in understanding or to control people. Y'all, and music can be a controlling device. Music can control your life. Look, if we ain't careful, Christmas coming up, they put them Temptations on, before you know it, you singing it loud with the window down. Silent night. And some Hebrews be just looking at you in the next car. Holy night. You trying to get it off because only you in the car.
Hey, Rudolph.
Yeah, hey, Rudolph. You know, so, and before you know, what the hell am I doing?
Right.
And to pound your head, get that out of there. Give me them jams. Sister was just talking about whoever had that other acronym. But judgment, atonement, music, because everything we're going to go over is going to say music is judged by the law. And David was an artist. His son Solomon was an artist, so to speak. It says Solomon had 1,000 songs and proverbs. So not only was he a poet, but he was also an artist and had songs. But he learned it from his daddy. He was just a straight up singer though, so to speak. Solomon had a lot of songs, and Moses was a singer. Contrary to unbelief, or however they say that, contrary to the belief, the Messiah, what is it?
Popular belief.
The Messiah could hold a tune. We're going to see him singing with the disciples. So this is what we're talking about, because David was in the mirror image of Messiah. He was the shadow. He was a priest, a prophet, and and king. The Messiah was priest, prophet, and king. That's why they brought him frankincense, they brought him myrrh, and they brought him gold. All three for a priest, prophet, and king. Right. So David's compared, so David was a singer, the Messiah was a singer, because he say, I'm going to sing with y'all again when we get in the kingdom. You talking about hold a note. So y'all, we're going to get into all that today, and we're going to get going.
You got one quick question.
What's that quick question?
Old live general said, so.
Your baby girl something to eat back there? Okay, bro. All right.
So, Brother Daniel, do you think blues music was created as an experiment to predate rap, or do you think I'm overthinking it?
Well, what we're talking about is what's in the music.
Right.
You know, what are they singing about? Like I say, that little Milton is a relationship that broke up. You know, and it's saying he walking the back streets and crying because of what the woman said to him. All that stuff you thought you were doing and making me holler, that was just a game. I was lying. You ain't working with nothing. So that had him walking the back streets and crying. You know, a B.B. King, the thrill is gone.
Right.
You know, so we have to look at the language of the song, because you got other songs out there that's smooth like Me and Mrs. Jones.
What's up with jazz?
Well, jazz, all it is just just instruments.
Right.
Because songs, we're going to get into some Sirach, where songs, like I say, the music, because instruments, all those keys and different things are words. Right. Music could actually talk to you.
Yes.
See, when you look up really jams, or what does jam mean, it's going to always say a jazz session. Musical guys just came together. You do the horn, I do the trumpet, and they would just come together. Didn't have no song together. They would just instantly put something together. So we'll see that where we had instrumentals in the script. So secular music ain't bad. It's what it's saying. It's what it's playing. So, you know, you practicing to become perfect. So that's what I'm saying. No music is technically bad unless it's saying it's promoting the devil or it's promoting bad behavior.
Yes,
then it's bad music.
Right. David played instrumental to get that evil spirit off Saul, didn't he?
That's what we talking about. So we go into that too, bro. You know, so we're going to hit all of that so we get some good understanding in the power of music. But it started somewhere. And it started with someone who didn't like singing holy, holy, holy to the Most High no more. He wanted to sing his own song. He wanted you to sing to him. Oh, beautiful Lucifer. Oh, beautiful Lucifer. Sing louder.
Sound like Jay-Z.
Sing it louder. No, Jay-Z singing about him. Oh, beautiful Lucifer.
Yeah.
See, and that's what we're talking about. Who has something? What you got to say?
Say something. I still roller skate to
Yeah.
the music, but this the kid kept me in shape.
Well, look, all we're saying is know what you're listening to.
Right.
Know what you're buying.
Right.
What's your jam? If that one jam come on and you skating and it's saying things like pop this area and snap that area, you may have to sit that one out.
Right.
You don't infiltrate your body with that rhythm.
Because you're going to be skating that same way, and not only that, the word will be out. Boy, they can pop that thing and snap that thing on wheels. What? Skating and doing that thing. Hell, we grew up in the skating area. These youngsters don't know too much about it. Let's get some more, y'all. Let's get this thing going. We're going with our pros, and we're going to hit some one-liners to get you acclimated that music is from both Old and New Testament. We're just going to hit a couple one-liners, maybe verses. Then we're going to go to the cons, and then we're going to get into David and Ganon, the two individuals that music is surrounded by, that the Most High dealt with them concerning music. One led by the Father and one led by Satan. And we're going to see the outcome and where we are today. See, it's like you know, like they say they have a clean version. I mean, some of us are DJs. I DJ for a long time, and they asked me, do you got Willie killed his grandmama? No, I ain't got that. How about Willie slapped his mama? No, I ain't got that either. I got Let's Stay Married, Let's Stay Together, some Al Green.
Right.
They said that old Negro ain't got nothing up there. I say, well, I'm finna give you a double dose now. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. You finna get all of that. So, but I'm just saying, from the perspective you're in different genres, I wouldn't play the music, I would play the clean version.
Right.
Does it change a whole lot? Well, at least you know that you're not going to hear them words, and the older people can tolerate it at this point because it's just noise to them anyway. But they would know if they hear MF and you black this and shake that, they can still hear that and say, Why they playing that music like that? And then you got some that don't want to hear nothing but gospel music, but it may be gospel music that's saying things that can't be the truth. You know, I love Take Me to the King, but there's some lyrics in there that kind of go left field a little bit. You got secular music by Music Soul Child called Love. When you look at the lyrics of that, it's strictly talking about faith. It has nothing to do with nothing. They wouldn't let them quote no scripture. But when you read it, faith, some is going astray. This ain't talking about no woman. It appears it's talking about a woman. But if you Google right now, Music Soul Child lyrics to Love, you will see the difference in what he's referencing to. Faith. Some have gone away from you. So, and you get into that. So it's music out there. I like Denise Williams' Black Butterfly. When you look at it, it make me think about Deuteronomy 28. Strong coming across the seas in the ships and boats. Black Butterfly. Sail across the ocean. So it's many songs out there, y'all. We just have to regulate what the Most High say that's bad music. That can't be your jam.
Right. Your jam can't have law breaking in it.
Oh, your jam can't have law breaking in it.
Right.
And it be your favorite.
Right.
Because it will make you dance the dance.
It's a law breaking.
Unless you just got, you know, the same old move I've been doing since the 70s. Nerf call it the quicksand. It's just this part be moving. All this lower part be like it's stuck in quicksand. I don't care how fast the beat is. Parliament, Funkadelic, I don't care who it is. It's quicksand, and boy, just this part moving. And then it's got something out there, boy, can do every dance known to man. Let's get it, y'all. The pros, Ephesians 5:19.
Reading in the book of Ephesians, chapter 5 and verse 19. You guys a second to get there.
Back it up to about 16.
$15.
16. No, 15. Yeah, you're right. 15. Thank you, bro. Thank you, bro. Go ahead.
The book of Ephesians, chapter 5 and verse 15.
Yes, sir.
See then that ye walk circumspectly.
How should we walk?
Circumspectly. Not as fools, but as wise.
Yes, sir.
Redeeming the time, because the days are evil.
So watch what's going on, y'all. Walk circumspectly. Things are going on. Prophecy is passing us up. Go ahead.
Verse 17.
Yeah.
Wherefore, be ye not unwise, but understanding.
But what?
But understanding what the will of the Most High is.
See, that would be wise, understanding what his will is. That's why if we say we got to truly understand when we say something, I'll see tomorrow if it be the Lord's will.
Right.
So we know that means you understand tomorrow ain't promised to me.
That's it.
See, you can talk the language of the Most High, and if those that hear his voice understand what you're saying, oh, he's saying, you know, the only way I can assure that is if the Most High say, I'll see y'all tomorrow. Let's get some more.
Verse 18.
Yeah.
And be not drunk with wine.
Be not what?
Drunk with wine. Wherein is excess.
See, wherein is excess, because this next verse the next part of the scripture can't be performed. Go ahead.
But be filled with the Spirit.
See, drunk with wine won't let you be filled with the Spirit. You'll be filled with the spirit of distilled spirits. Like there, you'll see a right over thing, wine and spirits.
Yeah.
What spirits y'all think them is? If you get too deep into that bottle, you'll find out.
Right. But you'll see here, this spirit capitalized.
Yes, sir.
But then,
Yes, sir.
a drunk person speaks a sober mind.
That's what they say. A drunk body speaks a sober mind. See, and what it means is your consciousness, what's on your conscience. That's why it comes out. You know, you got to be careful at family reunion and drinks for everybody. If Uncle Fred is there, you got to make sure Uncle Fred don't get a hold of stuff, because when he get full of wine, he gonna start cursing at the children, you know, and he may say something that's gonna upset everybody. You know, take a sip. You think you something, ain't you, boy, because you done graduated college. Well, I know some things you don't know. What is that, Uncle? Jimmy ain't your real daddy. Ah, why you say that, Fred? Why you say that to that boy? Hail it, eh? Look.
It get worse now.
Oh, yeah. So, y'all, we have to be careful. What you got, Ern?
No.
You good? Okay. Where we at, bro?
Verse 19.
Yeah.
Speaking to yourselves in psalms and hymns and spiritual songs, singing and making melody in your heart to the Most High.
What are you making in your heart?
Making melody in your heart to the Most High.
Yes, sir.
Giving thanks always for all things unto Yahweh and the Father in the name of our Master Yahweh Shah HaMashiach.
So if you, whatever music you listening to, if it's that, you know, that's good. That's good. What we call decent music, because we have mainstream Christianity. They ain't gonna listen to no Hebrew rap, even though it's a mention of Messiah. They look at that as secular music, because it's not the type that they listen to, that where they're conformed to what's in church. I'm going up yonder. Nice groove and beat, but you can't go up yonder.
Right.
The script says you can't go up yonder.
Right.
Yonder is coming down here. So you have to be careful on the lyrics, what the lyrics are saying. Y'all understand? Let's get some more. You finish that one.
Verse 21.
Oh, you want to get 21? Okay.
Yeah, it's a continuation of 20.
Okay.
Verse 21. Submitting yourselves one to another in the fear of Yahweh.
And see, as you continue on that, when it says submit yourselves to one another, that's talking about husband and wives too. See, that doctrine that teach only a woman submit, no. Men submit to the order of the woman. You can't leapfrog that. If you take her out of what she's supposed to do and put her in your role, something is going to be left lacking. But they won't read that part, y'all. They just only gonna go Genesis 3:16, obey him. But when you ask, what about Genesis 3:17, work from the sweat of your brow? Oh, hell no, nah. If you obey me, you supposed to go to work like I told you. Matter of fact, go get 3 more of your friends and I'll marry them and all 3 of y'all can get to work.
Right.
Let's get some more.
Going to the book of Psalms?
Yes, sir.
We're going to go to the book of Psalms, chapter 95.
And y'all, what we're doing is going to Old and New Testament, tell you how important music is and how it gets to the Most High. See, certain songs move your spirit, and the Most High talk to you that way about how your soul is feeling. He know what you're feeling.
95.
The book of Psalms, chapter 95 and verse 1. It reads, O come, let us sing unto the Most High. Let us make a joyful noise to the rock of our salvation.
See, a joyful noise, y'all, that's what we have to understand. Music should be uplifting even if you're in a down state. It should be what hit your soul and lift you up.
That's right.
Go ahead.
Let us come before his presence with thanksgiving.
Uh-huh.
And make a joyful noise unto him with psalms. For the Most High is a great Elohim, and a great King above all gods.
Yes, sir. Is it
One more?
No, we go ahead. We're going to get Colossians 3:16. Y'all, we just hitting these few so we can establish when we go into David and Ganon.
So there was Psalms 95 and
That was
1?
95 and 1.
Okay.
1 and 2, how far did you go down?
3 to 3.
Yeah, the 3.
We're going to Colossians right now, chapter 3, verse 16.
The book of Colossians, chapter 3 and verse 16. Everybody there? We'll tarry for you, brother.
Shouts out to your big country. I knew you was busy around there. I knew you hit me back. Go on.
The book of Colossians, chapter 3 and verse 16. Let the word of a Mashiach dwell in you richly in all wisdom, teaching and admonishing one another in psalms and hymns with spiritual songs, singing with grace in your hearts to the Most High.
Y'all see that? Singing with grace in your hearts to the Most High. And helping each other with songs, you know. Y'all, when we hear certain songs, y'all, it does something to the spirit. You know, it moves the spirit. It settles things that words can't. Music does that. Now the words behind it get to you, but it's the music that gets to the soul. See, a lot of time with just one thing, like I can listen to jazz, but after about 3 songs, I got to have some lyrics, or I get bored with it. You know, flute, 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 trumpet, 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 trumpet. I gotta have, after 3 songs, I gotta have some words. And that's just me. Some people can hear the words in the music. Some people can hear the instruments. Like Levi Raphael can hit them keyboards. He'll make them keyboards talk like a human. He pluck on them boards like that. And we're gonna read about organs and different things in the script. It ain't just new today. Would you have some, Elder Jeremiah?
No.
Okay, let's get some more. Where we
I was
at?
gonna say something
Go ahead,
about
sis.
music. When I worked at clinics and hospitals and different businesses, they play music when you're in a health facility to calm you down before you go in the health, you know, to see the doctor, or when you go to the massage parlor, stuff like that. They play jazz music to relax you and things like that.
Absolutely.
And it really does work.
Well, because what they have to do, they got to get you from being tense. You already tensed up in the muscle, and you still like this feeling tense. The music make you relax so they can do their job. That's what music is when it say it's relaxing.
Yes. Yep.
Let's get some more.
We're going to be reading in the book of Exodus.
No, we're in Colossians 3:16.
I thought we just did that.
Did we do that? Okay, my bad, then. My bad. Let's get that Exodus. Okay.
One verse?
Yeah. Okay, y'all can read on down on these, y'all. We just setting the pattern for where it's in Old and New Testament, and all of them are consistent with make sure the music expresses the Most High.
Right.
You know, in your behavior and what you really like.
Right, and I guess in that 3:16 though, that 3:16 of that Colossians. We could have done 17, I think. Let me take a look at that 17.
Oh, yeah, 17.
Because you just said that. Yeah, we'll add
Get
that
17 in.
17, 16 and 17.
Yeah.
In that Colossians, because 17 reads, "And whatsoever ye do in word or deed, do all in the name of the Master Yeshua, giving thanks to Yahweh and the Father by him."
That's right. So look, it's like Paul said, to the weak I became weak. That don't mean he went down to sinning because they're sinning. What it means is that if they ain't understanding spiritual soul music, that's where you get into songs that may not be mentioned in the name of the Most High, but establishing his laws, statutes, and judgments. You could bring them like this artist such and such. They play music. They're like, oh, okay. And then as they start to grow, you start to bring them into songs that start to express, you know, the love of the Most High, because a lot of these scriptures, they supposed to be the love of the Most High first, and then how you love your neighbor. See, that's what a song have to be. If the song is me and Mr. Jones, that's your neighbor's wife, Miss Jones.
Yeah.
That's cut.
But if you singing we are family, I got all my sisters and my brothers with me, so you understand that's a difference versus if that's your jam and you singing it loud at the stoplight. I'm talking about you singing louder than the music. And you holler, me, and you add your twist to it. You know how Israel always got to do that boys to men head shaking when they hit our note. That Wanye move. Go ahead, bro. Let's get Exodus 15. Shalom, AZ Ben Yehuda.
We're going to be reading in the book of Exodus, chapter 15. Start the reading in verse 1.
Yes, sir.
Well, you know that's funny, we on this, because this kind of off subject, but on the subject. Just, I was flicking through the channels on the rope, the fire stick.
Yeah.
And then I ran across Yo MTV Raps. And I tuned in, and I was just looking at the music that was then played back when we were younger. and how it was kind of uplifting us, but what the music has degraded to now. But they played one song on there last night, and it was that song "Self-Destruction."
Oh yeah.
That's so.
Boy, look here.
Boy, look.
Yeah, it struck a nerve.
Profound.
And look, they had to hurry up and get us off of that and got us on that drill music.
Yeah.
Oh, bro.
It was positive rap, everything out there. What's them boys? Why is that?
Yeah.
KRS-One. Why is that? Abraham, the father of Isaac. Isaac, the father of Jacob. And it breaks it down. Jacob had 12 sons. They said, no, we can't do that. He's got to, we need to sing, and he's the son of the devil. I'm bad. I'm Trey Songz. I'm Mr. Take Your Girl now. And it becomes the hot top.
Yeah.
What you got back there, AZ?
That song was a good one. We're all in the same game.
Yep.
Oh, yes, sir.
All of
Yeah,
that.
that's it.
Yes,
I
sir.
just listen to both of them.
Yo, but they had to stop that. That was waking people up. They say we can't have wake up music. But look, they always tell every artist, you can sing the song that moves your soul, but these other 9 tracks, they're gonna have to be what you getting paid for.
Right.
You're not gonna go to number 1 off of that track, but we'll let you sing it. It's part of that. And why I'm saying this, and we're gonna move on. Like Al Green got 2 cuts out there. He's got Baal, B-E-L-L. You would think it's talking about a woman, Baal. And then he got the other one, the Most High, Jesus is coming back. Or certain song, Let's Stay Together. So when you look at the lyrics of both of them, the one is singing Baal, said, Baal, I know I ain't supposed to love you like this because God tells me I ain't supposed to love you like this. But Baal, you just so wickedly sweet. He's talking about B-A-A-L. Baal.
Yeah, but right in the morning.
Same one and numbers.
Really?
He said bright
The same one that Elijah and them was fighting against. When you look at the lyrics, like I'm saying, the lyrics are there. You're like, this ain't talking about no woman. It's talking about the God Baal. He just switched the name of it. And then you look at his other works, and he's singing songs like, he's coming back. See, that's where they want them at. See, but when you see Baal sell 8 million records, and he's coming back only sell 500,000, they saying this your money maker. You need to make another Baal,
Right.
because you ain't making nothing with this. And that's the dilemma in that business. They let you do it because they want you to choose, so they can say we ain't responsible for that. You had a choice. You could sing. We're not telling you you can't sing. It is all free will. All of it's free will. They can look at them contracts and say, no, I can't sing that. Let's get some more.
And the last thing about that song, man, is that self-destruction.
Yeah.
Was that it was all of the current rappers back then. It wasn't just one person did the track. And everybody was saying, y'all better be careful with this because you headed for self-destruction.
Yeah.
And they still ran right.
And we
into
head
it.
right to self. Look, this is what we're going over today. We were told we was heading to self-destruction.
But it was the music executives who changed the genre.
Yes, sir.
We don't want to hear that no more. Let's bring something
Right.
new, some spice.
But look, everybody could say
Something's
no,
gonna sell fast.
and they ain't gonna sell nothing. But look, it's to sell it to Israel.
Exactly. We the only ones singing murder and death.
Right.
Yes.
You don't
Sex
think
and
about it.
violence.
Right. Sex and violence.
Sex and
Like
violence.
a dull knife just ain't cut.
Yeah. Let's get it, y'all. We gotta
All
get
right,
it up.
family, the book of Exodus, chapter 15 and verse 1.
Yes, sir.
Then sang Moses.
Then did what?
Sang Moses and the children of Israel this song unto the Most High.
Uh-huh.
And spake, saying, I will sing unto Yahweh.
Right.
For he hath triumphed gloriously. The horse and his rider hath he thrown into the sea.
Now, y'all, this was what we would call battle rap, so to speak, back then. Cause
That'd be one of them songs. that play out.
look, they had to hear this. The Egyptians didn't like this. What Egyptian wanted to hear that had survived? We're singing, y'all put down.
Right.
Y'all in the Red Sea for disobedience, though. But they would look at it like they singing about their victory over us. Some have to accept it because you know why? Some of them Egyptians were singing it on the other side too. That's why I'm still alive. I'm over here singing with them. Y'all understand what I'm saying? Because it wasn't all Israel that went through it. It was strangers with them. And some were some Egyptians. Let's get some more.
Verse 2.
Yeah.
The Most High is my strength and song.
And what?
And song.
Uh-huh.
He is become my salvation.
Uh-huh.
He is my Elohim, and I will prepare him an habitation. My father's Elohim, and I will exalt him.
Yes, sir.
The Most High is a man of war. Yahweh is his name. Pharaoh's chariots and his host hath he cast into the sea. His chosen captains also are drowned in the Red Sea.
Yes, sir.
The depths have covered them. They sank into the bottom as a stone. Thy right hand, O Yahweh, is become glorious in power. Thy right hand, O Master, hath dashed in pieces the enemy.
Y'all talking about gangster rap. This right here is telling you, but it's defeating you from your bondage. See, we was making songs like this saying, I'm up from under Jimmy Iovine. You understand what I'm saying? I'm up from under that Rockefeller music.
Exactly.
The Most High has thrown them in the sea. The Most High have got rid of Diddyism right now. He has thrown him in the penitentiary. And we be singing that. Yes, he has thrown him in the penitentiary. Yes, him and his riders.
I'm quite sure it's going to be a rap about it.
Oh, yeah. Acts 16, y'all.
He got locked up, and then when he came out, he was singing to the people in the prison.
Who's that?
The guy that,
R. Kelly?
yeah.
Yeah, he's singing to them, but he ain't got no audience. It's all men.
Yeah,
But he could have been singing to them at first anyway, because a lot of that man singing to men is going on because Puffy Show was singing to French Montana. Early in the morning, he got on the robe naked under there, and French Montana sitting at the table with no shirt on, and he, happy birthday to you. Boy, if we did that, it'd be some pistol play. Happy birthday, he thank you, and receiving a gift. And that's like how the next morning after the male and female birthday, that's what you sing to them, or they singing to you in a row. But to another man, and neither both y'all half naked. Shalom, like. What you smiling about, like? Let's get it, y'all.
We're reading in the book of Acts.
Yes, sir.
Chapter 16. We're going to start the reading in, you want that verse 2?
1625 is it?
25.
Yeah. And all I'm doing is we're just showing the quick hitters of even in turmoil, even being locked up, brothers didn't break ranks. Mm-hmm. Let's see what they was doing. This Paul and them when they got locked up for preaching on the corner.
The book of Acts.
16:25.
Chapter 16 and verse 25. And at midnight, Paul and Silas prayed.
What they do?
They prayed and sang praises unto Yahweh. And the prisoners heard them.
See, they in jail, y'all. They had locked up on the street corner. Y'all got to quit talking about the Messiah. We're going to lock y'all up. They like, lock us up, but that ain't going to stop us. That's right. Boy, they was inside the prison hitting them jams. And you can believe it was silent. Ears was to the door. Man, they singing them songs, boy. And they was hitting them. What else it say, bro?
Verse 26.
Yeah.
And suddenly, I'm tripping. Verse 26. And suddenly there was a great earthquake, so that the foundations of the prison were shaken. And immediately all the doors were open, and everyone's bands were loose.
Now, this is how powerful them three brothers just singing to the Lord, being locked up, glorifying Him. The handcuffs snapped off. All the prison doors just opened up.
Right.
Shoot, didn't the singers right in front of Jericho, didn't they bring the walls
We're
down?
talking about the same thing, bro. We're talking about the power of singing to the Most High, even in your tribulation hour. The doors open. He said, look, the prison ain't going to be able to hold you.
Right.
Go ahead. What else to say, bro?
Verse 27.
Yeah.
And the keeper of the prison, awakening out of his sleep.
Now, look, he napping like them guards was when Epstein got killed. He sleep at work. But that singing woke him up. Right. Go ahead, bro.
And the keeper of the prison, awaking out of his sleep, and seeing the prison doors open, he drew out his sword and would have killed himself, supposing that the prisoners had been fled.
Because he got to answer how they get out. Who opened the doors? Right. You in here. Right. I was asleep. Well, how they get out? Mm-hmm. And he was ready to commit suicide because he knew he was going to get killed. Right. You let him out.
Exactly.
Ain't no way these doors can get open there. But he couldn't tell him he was asleep. But let's see what's happening in the mercy of the Most High. Go ahead.
Verse 28.
Yeah.
But Paul cried with a loud voice, saying, Do thyself no harm, for we are all here. Then he called for a light, and sprang in, and came trembling, and fell down before Paul and Silas.
Because all the other prisoners gone. Except these three. The rest of them got out of there, but he just fell down. He like, oh my God. You know, y'all still here. Y'all could have left. Go ahead. What else to say?
Verse 30.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Yeah, verse 30. And brought them out, and said, Sirs, what must I do to be saved?
Read that verse 31.
And they said, Believe on the Most High Yahushua Mashiach, and thou shalt be saved, and thy house.
And thy house. See, but that came from music. They sitting in there singing. That's what woke him up. He sleep. He nod heavy. The disease, whatever who this soldier was, had him heavy with sleep. And you wake up and all the prison doors open.
Yeah.
And handcuffs, you just see them on the floor. Somebody had keys. That's what they're looking at.
Right.
But notice they got them individuals. They were on the street corner preaching when they got them. But what's the number that was out on the street corner? 2. 3. Well, Paul, Silas, and so it was 3. But at 2 license, but at the most 3.
Right.
So even when you read the wild bulls on the corner, it still got to be 3 if we go out and do street preaching. The wild bulls, if you even use the wild bulls on the corner spreading the word, we see here that it ain't never been more than 2 or 3. So why y'all got that gang out there trying to, blocking Quick Trip and, the Quickie Mart,
And read them last 2 with that, because there's a duty, there's a job that's attached to that.
Okay.
that
Yeah,
they
yes,
had to
sir.
do.
Verse 32.
Yeah.
And they spake unto him the word of the Most High.
Yes, sir.
And to all that were in his house. And he took them the same hour of the night, and washed their stripes, and were baptized, and was baptized, he and all his straightway.
So y'all see that they watched the second, because they had beat them, and they figured, well, they're going to quit singing when we put this whip on them. But they kept singing, to the Lord, because they're praising. I'm locked up because of your word. Right. I'm not locked up because I've been taking penitentiary chances. Right. And I'm going to try to bring forth your word like they done lock me up for singing your word. Because we got people out here that'll try that. People scratch Yeshua. They in court duty, and they scratch Yeshua on the back of the bench. And then they say, they catch him. Why you write that on that? Why you deface property? That's the name of the Lord. They say, well, okay. We're going to give you 30 days for the name of the Lord. Right. You can't deface property and tell me I'm writing it for the name of the Lord. You know better than that. If somebody came in your house and wrote on your furniture, what would you do? I'm talking about even your brother, and you just start writing on all their furniture. Carving into it right on the side of your car. Yeshua. Right. Man, why you mad at me, man? I'm just letting everybody know who you believe in. Right.
Yeshua loves you.
Yeah, and that key, you holding that key with paint on it.
But see, there's also a difference in the prisoners.
Yeah.
They were in prison for the words.
That's what we're talking about, Elijah.
Versus doing something disobedient to the word sake.
That's what we're talking about. And then say
so
I'm
Christ
being
was
persecuted.
with them through their persecution.
Yes, sir.
Now, that's not to say if you have committed a sin and been thrown in prison that you don't turn unto Elohim.
That's right.
However, don't turn to him because you've been caught.
Yeah. Yeah. And blame society.
There's a difference in your repentance.
Right.
That's not true repentance that you're turning unto him only because you're in the house of captivity.
Yeah.
Right. But then when you get loose, bump all that. You're going back to your old dirty ways.
Yes, sir.
You see what I'm saying? So you're using Christ as your crutch to get through.
Yeah.
But it ain't gonna work like that. He gonna put it on you double.
Yes.
Because you can't fool the Most High.
No, you can't fool him.
He try the heart. He know the heart. He know the intents of the heart.
Right. Like the thief on the cross, the one on the other side. Right. Like he can't get himself down. Why you praying to him? But if he can, bro, tell him to get me too.
Right.
Don't leave me up here.
Nuts in the ice.
Yeah, sister. It's serious. It's just like you just said that.
Yes, sir.
And every man understand exactly what you mean when you say that. So no man want him in a vice. He don't want him in a pair of drawers too tight. Because it's like the same thing. Yes, sir. You have on a pair of them dun-to-duns, 2 sizes too small, it's gonna be trouble.
Don't make me choke.
Superman, dun-to-dun, you know them drawers. Go ahead, what you got, bro?
Got a question in the chat here, bro. It's kind of lengthy. I'm trying to read it off. And see what Casey Fields asks. Let me see if I got the. Okay, I put the wrong one in there. Let me start at the top one. All right, here it is. Question: how do you handle a situation where one of your friends, known them for actually 20 years, threatens to punch you in the jaw? I was laughing, talking, and playing with the brother alongside. Alongside. The other part says, give me one moment, let me click that up. The other part says, someone else, I jabbed the person playfully. Not hard. Dude said, hit me one more time and I'ma rock you in your jaw. Took me by surprise.
Yeah, I'm sure it
Later
did.
on, we laughing and joking. 2 of my friends were.
No.
And then the other one,
Hit that script about
playing
doing this,
video games,
laughing
I'm
in his heart
watching, we
with it.
laughing and joking. I tapped him, he
Jesting.
heats up, pushes me, and says, what did I tell you? Trying to fight me. One of my other friends wants us to link back together.
Well, see, what we got right here is the old adage is keep your hands to yourself.
Yeah, one more.
See-
We got one more paragraph.
Okay,
The other
what
part
it say?
says, well, I'm done with dude since he threatened to rock me in my jaw.
Yeah.
And I'm just playing with dude. All I did was a tiny jab and a tap. Nothing serious or weird.
There's something
See.
else going on that it'll set them off.
Yeah,
That
it's-
that just was something that set it
Oh,
off.
right.
There's something else that's going on that got them inflamed.
Right.
Right.
But KC Fields, what they saying is you've been pulling a Negro Eddie Haskell. You've been giving them the business like the beaver.
Yeah.
And they saying, we told you once,
Enough.
man, don't quit doing that.
Quit playing with
So
me, man.
basically, if they say that, just keep your hands to yourself. Even though it was just a friendly jab or something, some people take that wrong. You know, it could have had a little honey there, and you kind of jab like that. Y'all normally play like that, but if she get him along and whisper in his ear, you must be some kind of punk. He was just doing you like that in front of all them dudes.
Right.
No, he was. Yes, he was.
And every time, that's why he keep doing
doing
it.
it like that,
That's
'cause-
on the slide.
Yeah, cause he won't
He
embarrass
actually
you.
punking you in on the slide.
So we have to be careful that y'all, and we can't offend in word.
Right.
If he tell you, man, look, I don't like that, man, I don't like the touchy-feely, keep your hands to yourself. And it could be that way, y'all. That's the way it's supposed to be. You're like, all right, brother, that ain't no problem. I ain't got to touch you.
Right.
Now, if you're looking for the Holy Spirit, I'm going to have to touch you.
Yeah, but they
You
probably,
know, I'm gonna have to lay hands. You know what I'm saying? So
I'ma lay
if
some
it's
hands.
just about
Tell me if you want
if it's just about touching, period. But that's the only way you should be talking about putting hands on
Right.
anybody, other than is greeting your brother with a brotherly kiss, so to speak. Like how we greet one another and you hug. That touching like that. But if it start to be offensive and you just shoot a slight jab, oh, come on, you know I ain't done nothing with playing with you. I could have did that to you, but I didn't.
Well, you better cut it off.
Say ain't no.
they'll probably turn my shit better than No, they don't. You know what I mean? So they feeling a certain kind of way about how he walking anyway. 'Cause he walking in the
That's
truth.
it, because
That's a reason. Right? They just look. Yeah.
It is, but y'all, we still
Yeah,
have to be
still.
careful
Yeah, still.
and
Yeah.
no stumbling blocks.
Right. Exactly.
If I gotta let you jab at me like that to hear the word, then I don't want the word.
Right.
You know,
And
so
then sometimes they take your spiritual walk as weakness.
Right.
yeah.
So weak ass how?
Yeah, yeah.
Because he think because you in the word that you ain't gonna get down.
I'll still drag your
Right.
ass.
Right.
Don't play. I tell them don't let that Bible
I'll
fool you.
still
But
drag
look,
your.
this the deal though. So what we got is KC Fields. We got it Matthew 18 and Luke 17, 1 through 4. Y'all have to get together, you and the guy.
I know this whole family and mama. I thought I was
Yes.
brother.
None
from
of that
another
matters.
Right.
Because
don't-
right now we
right.
got a fault. So that
Right.
fault have to be addressed in the rules or go to him
Right.
and him alone.
Alone and
If-
find out what's going
Without
on.
anybody, so
If he
with
don't
nobody
hear
around.
you, then you take
Right.
that other partner
with
with you.
you, yeah.
And if he don't hear them, then you go to the church because you're saying, I'm trying to reconcile
That's right.
what he calls a bad behavior, but he won't have none of it.
Right.
So
Because-
then the church go and address it.
Because even with that attitude towards that individual without addressing it, you can't go to the altar of the Most High.
No, you can't.
And ask for any kind of forgiveness or favor
Yeah.
on your side. He said, reconcile your issue with your brother, then come holler
Then
at me.
come holler at me.
But we have to do everything according to what the Most High say. This is how you handle that situation, so you're not at fault
Right.
doing judgment for this issue. So we have instructions on how to deal with it, you know. But also, like, because you have to go to this brother in private, you and that individual, you might find out it's something else that's going on
Yes,
that's
sir.
taking them
Yes,
off
sir.
that has absolutely nothing to do with you.
Right.
And by you pulling him off to himself, just you and him.
Right. He may
don't feel-
reveal.
He don't feel like you trying to front him
Yeah.
in front of somebody else.
Yeah.
Right, exactly. So maybe he'll
Yeah.
be able to open up and they can reconcile whatever the difference is, but just don't do it in front of other people
Right.
to make it seem like you trying to chump them. You know?
Right. Or I try to talk to him, y'all. It's rules when you get in trouble with your brother. Rules of engagement, so to speak, to correct issues, that so we get off of this. But right now, he looking at you as a Negro Eddie Haskell.
Exactly.
And he the beaver.
You're
Yeah.
playing too much.
Yeah. So that's all it means, bro. Follow the law on making things right with your brother, Matthew 18, Luke chapter 17, 1 through 4. And square that up, or the Romans where it say take the fault.
Yeah,
Right.
take the hard
No.
road.
Yes, sir.
But no, bro, he said on here, I'd rather go to him with witnesses in tow. Don't do
Well, you
that.
can't decide
No, you
to go
can't
on
do
your
that.
own. If you ain't did it by yourself first, you at second base. When
Because-
we used to play ball, not to cut you
Right.
off, Elijah,
No, go ahead,
if
brother.
you miss first base and run the second and you stand there, you done slid in good and dirt, you brushing it off looking like Wesley on, you know that one movie, Major League, you know what I'm talking about, brushing it like, boy, didn't I get in there, you know what I'm talking about, Willie Mays Hayes, yeah, and you brushing and they say, you missed first base, what you gotta do?
Go back.
Go back, or you're automatically out.
You done
Because
ran home to second.
you ran home to second, yeah.
You
So,
skipped past the pitch.
right, you ran right past the pitcher. So y'all, you have to follow the rules. What's happening is rule breaking is causing the problem for us.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, you make the rules for yourself. Well, I don't want to. I need somebody with me because he may steal on me. Well,
But-
if that's the point, then you still got to call him or try to
Come and say,
communicate
call
through the
him.
phone. You know, their parents call
Still.
one of them and say he want to talk to you. He want to, he want to square some things with you. If he say no, then you get someone else. But you have to take step one first.
Yes.
You
Yes.
can't bypass it.
No.
Yes, I mean, and especially if you known that person that long, where
Yeah.
you know the whole family know you.
Right.
You should be able to have that, at least that.
Yes, sir.
Then all them 20 years was in vain.
Yo, what?
It was no good.
was false love.
Yeah.
So you should be able to at least call that individual up and say, look, brother, I need to holler at you, man. What's happening? What's happening, man? Because I felt offended when you did that to me.
Yeah.
What's going on? Is something going on? Is it me?
Or did I do something?
Did I do something? Allow that opportunity for that explanation. So you gain your brother and not lose your brother.
He got another one. I got it.
Yeah, because we got to get going, y'all. We got a few scripts we got to get on.
You say the reason I'm saying that, because if I do try to talk to him and he snaps, like the first time, who gonna take sides? That's
Well, see, what's happening is you said like the first time. So you done already did number one. So now you're on step two. Take somebody with you to prevent that. Like, hold on, y'all. Hold on now. Come on, y'all. It ain't that serious. You know, hold on, y'all. And then if he like, man, both y'all get up out of my house. Then you take it to the church and you're saying, one of us ain't going to be able to come back to the assembly. Because y'all can't bring that into the assembly.
Right.
And then assembly say, well, what happened? Well, he did this, he tried to make amends, he won't accept his apology, this and that. So the church say, well, he's out. Who won't accept the apology? He's out.
Yeah, I don't think he did it one-on-one yet. He said the reason I'm saying that, cause if I do try to talk to him and he snaps like
We can't worry about that.
Right.
If your aunt had testes, she'd be your uncle. See, that's what we have to look. See, when if comes in, you're already looking down the road for the flip side of that. Don't worry about the flip side of that. Go by the rules, what the rules say, and it'll handle itself.
Trust in Elohim.
And it'll handle itself. Right. But if is a doubt.
Face the east. Ask Most High to give you guidance in this.
Yes, sir.
And he will give you guidance in it.
And then if he start tripping, just leave.
Just leave.
It's simple.
Don't entertain.
It's simple. It's simple.
All right, now where we at, y'all? We in Matthew.
And like you just tell them that Sirach and let them read about friends, just because we're a little bit behind.
Sirach chapter 6.
Yeah. And that tells you who your true friend is. You know, it gives you rules. You can't just have no friend and new. And old friends, you may have found out just an old friend been hustling you.
That's right.
Some just hang around and tag along for all they can get.
Yeah.
When you get old or something and they hear you finna get your foot cut off and you lost your job, they disappear.
Right,
They're called fair weather friends. As long as the sun's shining, they your partner.
The fair weather friends is in Sirach chapter 12, verse 10 through 18.
Yes, sir. So y'all write that down and y'all see about what's happening, because you have to understand, if you've been a friend that long, those type of things shouldn't come in between you, unless it's something that's always been kind of on your nerve. It's been laying there, like it's been laying there. They're just figuring out a way to tell you.
Marinating in his heart.
Factory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's get it, y'all. We're in Matthew 26, verse 26. And y'all, and then we got these. We're gonna just hit the cons. We'll hit the cons of. Thank you, sister, very much. We'll hit the cons of Satan, how he teaches about his music and what his music demands. Most High music ain't gonna never demand you to bow because it's pleasant music.
Right. Yes. Praise
See, you ain't got to take a knee on singing the Messiah's music like Colin Kaepernick did about the national anthem. No, you ain't never got to take a knee for the Most High. If you don't want to do it, he say step off then.
Yeah.
Let's get it, y'all. Where we at? Matthew 26, verse 26.
When you start hearing that singing of the Most High, you might want to take 2 knees.
Boy, look here, boy. That's what I'm saying.
That's right. That's what I was going to say, my brother. Thank you, sister.
Go ahead. Who got it? Matthew 26, 26. Because we got to get into that.
Matthew 26, verse 26.
Yes, sir.
And as they were eating, Yahushua took bread and blessed it, and brake it, and gave it to the disciples, and said, "Take, eat, this is my body." And he took the cup, and gave thanks, and gave it to them, saying, "Drink ye all of it.
Yes, sir.
For this is my blood of the New Testament, which is shed for many for the remission of sins.
Yes, sir.
But I say unto you, I will not drink henceforth of this fruit of the vine until the day that when I drink it new with you in my Father's kingdom."
So when they drank this new wine, we're going to read that next verse, Elijah. But when they drank new wine, when he said in the kingdom, we're going to sing like we finna do here after we just got through drinking wine. It's going to be the same thing. What they do in the next verse, Elijah, verse 30.
And when they had sung an hymn,
what they had done,
sung an hymn, they went out into the Mount of Olives.
So we see here that the Messiah was singing with them. They weren't just singing and he was listening like, yeah, y'all go, y'all jam. He was in on that verse 2 singing, and he said, we're going to sing and we're going to sip again and we're going to sing hymns like this again when I drink it new with y'all. So y'all ain't seen new wine yet. Let's get
we get together at grandma's house and the unks get to drinking and they start singing the OJs.
Yes, sir.
But we going to sing praises to Elohim.
That's right.
That's right.
So y'all, Daniel 3:15. Now we was on the pro side of Yah, on understanding songs. Now we're gonna see how the devil and what the devil tries to get you to do and what he commands you do when his music come on. See, they command you. Everybody take off your hat, remove your hat, but that's not truly in their instructions. Their instructions is that while we singing the national anthem, y'all be quiet, but nobody can make you take off your hat or not stand up. That's what they require as respect for their song. Right. But you don't have to, because that should have been a requirement when you bought the ticket. When you buy this ticket, you must stand up for the national anthem. You must take your hat off. And since they didn't say that, they want that paper.
Yeah.
So since you're giving me the option, I'm going to sit like this while it's going on. Now the problem with that There's some heathens in there that's been drinking warm Pabst Blue Ribbon all day. And they gonna holler, take your effing hat off, man, and stand up. You better go on and listen to the song, man. You heard me. I said, take your effing hat off and stand up.
Yeah, but I never stand up, and I welcome that.
But
Come on with that.
It's just a custom of the people.
Boy, I dropped them BBs on his head.
It's what is custom of the people, you know. It's anything when one bid you to a feast. You know, and that's what I'm saying. You be disposed to go. You know they gonna sing that with before you go. Before you buy, you already know what it is. But when you go, you got to make some decisions on what you're gonna do. You ain't got to participate in it. If you stand up, I ain't gonna take my hat off or something. But I'm sitting there. I expected this to be here. You know, because what we say in here is men uncover their head, women cover their head. If they don't, what we tell them to do? Go out. So you step out when you hear the national anthem coming. Go to the concession stand. See, there's ways not to put yourself in a position because you shouldn't be at the game.
I do it every time.
And you know they there. Go out to the hall, go to the concession stand, or go to the bathroom while they singing and you be peeing.
Right.
You understand? But what I'm saying is, once you buy the ticket, it's not like you don't know the rules.
No, they gonna sing it.
So that, you know, it's just to the point where you stand there not even be paying no attention. No more than everybody at a funeral. You at the funeral and the preacher say, let us bow our head. And he just said, I see them in heaven ice skating and they having a good time. But let's bow our head. You just got to stand there like, you ain't got to say nothing, but you like, okay, go and get through this because I'm here at the funeral. Yeah. I know it's Jack Leg preaching.
Right.
So when one bids you to a feast and you be disposed to go, that's what Paul was saying. Eat what they set out there. You got to, and you just got to basically take it. You know it ain't what you gonna do. Holler out. Now you lying up there. You was going good till you said that. What the rest of the people in there at their funeral?
That nigga crazy.
You know, funny thing though, Daddy, there was something like that. I went to a funeral one time and the preacher said that I'm gonna tell you the two most important, scriptures in the Bible, in the New and Old Testament. After that, I was there.
Right. See, but at that point you at the funeral. You can't disrespect the family now.
You just
no, I didn't. But when I heard that, I was like,
you just
let it go out.
Out your head because look, you saying nothing ain't gonna help who in the coffin.
Right. Spit out the bone.
Ain't nothing you can say that they gonna rise up like this. Tell them, dog. That's right.
That's right.
And then he lay back down. No, that ain't gonna happen. Come on, y'all, let's get
won't be nobody in there.
Sure, Daniel chapter 3, verse 15, y'all. Let's get on these con side, the negative side of the music. When you're forced to listen to the music.
Daniel.
The Most High don't force you to listen to the music. We get right at them as soon as we run these. Daniel 3:15.
Daniel chapter 3, verse 15.
Now
if ye be ready, that at what time ye hear the sound of the cornet, flute, harp, sackbut, psaltery, and dulcimer, and all kinds of music.
All kinds of music that's playing from the loudspeaker. About this king. Go ahead.
Right. Ye fall down and worship the image which I have made.
Yeah.
Well, but if ye worship not, ye should be cast the same hour into the midst of a burning fiery furnace.
Y'all hear that? He said, not 2 days later, that very hour. If we enter 2 o'clock hour before 3 o'clock, you're going to be in the fire. That very hour. Go ahead.
And who is that God that shall deliver you out of my hand?
Uh-oh.
Shadrach, Meshach, and a bad Negro.
Yes, sir.
Answered and said to the king, O Nebuchadnezzar, we are not careful to answer thee in this matter. If it be so, our Elohim whom we serve is able to deliver us from the burning fiery furnace.
That's right.
And he will deliver us out of thine hand, O king.
Yes, sir.
But if not, be it known unto thee, O king, that we will not serve thy gods, nor worship the golden image which thou hast set up.
Now, y'all understand, we're going to hold that like, y'all understand these four brothers are in corporate Babylon. Yeah. They have been given the top jobs and position, but so they're hearing other or dealing with other issues of Babylon going on because they up in administration. Y'all understand? So they may have some little feast days that they ain't worried about, like the 4th of July or Labor Day back there. They ain't worried about that. It's just to the point that when they say there's an idol right there, like the mark of the beast coming, they're going to make an idol. And when you hear the song of the beast, you better get down on your kneecap. If you don't, we're going to kill you or lock you up. It ain't got to that point yet, y'all. But it's coming to that point. And if you don't want to take your hat off at the game, don't go to the game.
Right.
If you don't want to be locked up at a rally or a movement, don't go out there and got warrants, because that's the first thing they say. We don't care about your protesting, but everybody out here that got warrants.
To the left.
And then you see, and there's only 2 people out there. They be looking around, well, what's that?
Right.
They know what to say. See, they can lock you up for that. We can't get you for protesting. But if y'all got warrants, we locking everybody, because y'all troublemakers out here.
Right.
How can y'all be out here and y'all ain't been to court to take care of these warrants?
Right.
He who have not seen.
Boy, that's what they say. So, y'all, Ecclesiastes, right.
We're going to use your book against you. Let's see what you do.
Ecclesiastes 7 and 5. Then we're going to hit this Amos 5, y'all. And then we're going to get into these 2 stories while we got that last good hour, y'all. We're running on good time.
You say them signs be holding themselves up.
Yeah. And y'all, y'all, these just things we have to understand living in your captivity. Y'all know when Dinah got raped, where she was at? She was at a fashion show.
Yeah.
Look, don't understand people that, see, shouldn't have had her ass down there in Egypt in that fashion show. Why we can't go nowhere?
Right.
She didn't ask to be raped. He just was sitting up in the box. You know what the rich people, what that box called, the luxury box.
Right.
He was looking with some VIP. He just looking, he like, who is that?
Oh, God.
Bring her to me. And they told him, that's Jacob's daughter. You know, the king over there, you know, them Israelites, that's his king. He like, I got to have her.
But
I got to have her.
He was the king. He was the prince of the king in his land, though.
But see, they were at an event. When you get into the book of Jasher, they was just out. It ain't like you can't go nowhere.
Yeah, she went to see what, how they was getting down, what they was doing.
Yeah. Now look, if you go to Lambert's and you know they throwing them buttery rolls, you just can't go in there and you sitting up proud and the roll hit you right here. It's a butter stain right here and you get mad and it's brawling up in there. You whooping the waitress because she throw the roll. Hell, you saw, I had just got a fresh haircut. You throw that damn roll on purpose. You know they throw rolls before we go down there. They tell you on the door, the home of throwing rolls.
Right.
You got to keep your head on swivel. Boy, hit you with that buttery roll, look like you got a Jerry curl. Leave it up out of there. Let's get some more, Lisa. Yeah.
That's what you call a butter top.
Yeah, butter top. Split butter top. And let's get it. Ecclesiastes in the Bible, chapter 7, verse 5.
Oh, man.
Y'all, we got but a couple more on this side so we can get on to these 2 individuals, and you're going to see how the music started and had God on earth and where drill music come from, where rock and Howard Lewis in. Y'all, this ain't just started. They were doing this on the side of the flood, and since we in the days of Noah and the days of Sodom and Gomorrah, all of it's coming together. It's running together just like it was then. Transsexuals, everything go at Puffy's party. And the music is there. You got all the music artists there. What's up, bro? Yes, sir.
Ecclesiastes.
Yeah.
Chapter 7, verse 5.
Yes, sir.
It is better to hear the rebuke of the wise than for a man to hear the song of fools.
Then for a man to hear the song of fools, it's better, listen to the wise than the song of fools. Yeah, the song sound good and it's got 9,000 copies. But there's a difference in David singing and dancing to the Lord versus Nelly is getting hot in here. Pull all your clothes off. Because the video showed us how they were getting hot in there. And they had to come out them clothes. It's a total difference, y'all, so we want to make that clear as well when we get to that. Let's get to the next one. Amos 5:21. Yo, this ain't hard. They good instruction and tell us how to deal with everything in our everyday life, y'all. Not nothing that you gonna run across. It tells us, this is why you can't put it down, because a young man ain't gonna never, ever be able to know what the scripture is speaking of when they say wisdom is the gray hair of an individual. You know, and wisdom comes after you get this age, you learn these type of things. Youthful lust, you won't understand that scripture being youthful at the time. You just think the women like me and I got it going on. You know, so, but those are youthful lusts. You can't be thinking about at 50 what you used to do when you was 25.
Right.
If you do, you done lost 25 years of life. You 50 and you keep talking about 25, you ain't never going back to 25.
It's just an old man that doted.
You can dye your hair, you can dye your mustache.
Tell the women that.
Yes, sir, you can dye that taco meat on your chest black. But if you ain't dyed that hair in them secret spots, them tender gonna know.
The other flip side to that is these old women trying to look like young girls with these.
Them cougars,
all
huh?
this
You
fake-
talking about cougars. Cougarism is you speaking of. But look, y'all, all we're talking about is getting down to illegal companionship, so to speak, of man and woman. That's all we getting down to, and the age to do things, because the script tell you about how old a woman should she be out there couging. It gives you an age limit. But the widows, you know, it says 60, you got to start backing off. You can't be in the club dropping it like it's hot. You may not get back up with assistance. Without assistance, I should say, Liza. You breaking it like it's hot and that knee snap, ow, and you just on the dance floor like this. And they had to carry you off with your feet in the air like and sit you down.
Breaking it like it's fast.
Boy, look here.
Yeah, they broke it then.
It's broke my balls and feet.
Let's get some more, yeah. Cause your shoe sure gonna fly off. Let's get this, y'all. Amos 5:21.
It was 5:21.
Yeah,
sir.
18, yeah, if you do. Go ahead.
Amos chapter 5 verse 18.
Yeah.
Woe unto you that desire the day of the Most High.
Hold on 1 second. Let's just get caught up. You got it? Okay.
That's it.
You right before the book
Behind
of
Joel.
Obadiah.
Huh?
Right behind Joel.
Joel?
Joel.
Oh, Joel.
Is it in the back?
No,
It's in
New
the
Testament.
Old Testament.
Right before you, couple books before the New Testament.
No, okay.
The little short books in there.
Right there.
Okay.
Thank you.
We're going to the 5th chapter, verse 18.
Okay.
Go ahead, Elisha.
Amos chapter 5 verse 18.
Yeah.
Woe unto you that desire the day of the Most High.
That you do what?
Desire the day of the Most
The
High.
Most High say that's a woe if you're saying, I wish you hurry up and come back. I just want you to come back. I know I'm ready to go. It's dangerous if you desire the day of the Lord. What he say that day gonna be like?
To what end is it for you?
Right?
The day of the Most High is darkness and not light. As if a man did flee from a lion and a bear met him.
Ain't, ooh.
Or went into the house and leaned his hand on the wall and a serpent bit him.
So what he's trying to do is get you in the mindset of when we left Egypt, when we had to have blood on our doorposts and all the plagues that were going on.
Right.
That's what he's trying to get you in the mindset. What day of the Lord is it for you? Because y'all, I'm talking about you're hearing bodies drop.
Right. And people
all
screaming.
around you, and people screaming
Screams
and
of
hollering.
death.
Firstborn is dying. When you get into the book of Jasher, it get into more detail. It says, for those who firstborn was already dead, dogs dug up their grave and drug the bones back to the front door.
Right.
See, and when you're hearing all of that and all that's going on, what day of the Lord is it for you? Because that's, I don't care how you look, that's going to be terror. We ain't never experienced earthquake, sun, and the moon eclipse at the same time, and wickedness gone to a whole nother level. What is that day to you?
And if you ever heard the screams of a mother or a parent from their dead child, boy. So imagine that 100-fold.
Yes, sir.
Everybody.
Let's get it, y'all.
Shall not, verse 20.
Yeah.
Shall not the day of the Most High be darkness and not light? Even very dark and no brightness in it.
So y'all got to understand, when the Lord come back, that's what's going to happen first. Right. All lights get knocked out. So get your heart prepared for darkness, then the light comes.
So you can see the true light. That's right.
Let's get some more.
21. I despise your feast days, and I will not smell in your solemn assembly. Though ye offer me burnt offerings and your meat offerings, I will not accept them. Neither will I regard the peace offerings of your fat beasts. Take thou away from me the noise of thy song.
Of your songs, yeah, go ahead.
For I will not hear the melody of thy violence.
He said, I don't care how good the background singers are singing.
Right.
If you singing to the devil, or you singing and you ain't mentioning the Christ in your song, I don't want to hear that melody.
Right.
That ain't no melody. That ain't no tune for me.
He said that's noise.
That's noise. Right. You know how your parents used to say, turn down that noise.
Turn that noise down.
You know, and that noise is like somebody that's got a bad system, or they want to have one of them thumping systems, but they just got the fact, and they got it turned all the way up. And it's screeching so loud you can't hear it nothing. It's just screeching and distorted. That noise. Right. Go ahead, bro.
Because that noise is disobedience.
Yes, sir.
Noise of disobedience.
Go ahead, bro.
Jacob say that noise of wickedness.
Yeah. Read that verse 24, Elijah.
24. But let judgment run down as waters, and righteousness as a mighty stream. Have ye offered unto me sacrifices and offerings in the wilderness 40 years, O house of Israel? But ye have borne the tabernacles of your Moloch, and Chion your images, the star of your God, which ye made to yourselves.
Yeah.
Therefore will I cause you to go into captivity beyond Damascus, saith the Most High, whose name is the Most High of hosts.
See, so he's saying your feast day ain't singing to the Lord like Moses and them was singing when we come out. Right. What your feast day about in the Messiah ain't included. What songs you singing? Y'all see, this is an in-house problem first. The Pharisees and Sadducees wasn't singing about the Messiah.
No.
They was mad about it.
Yeah.
Amos chapter 6, verse 3 and 7. We're going right over to the next chapter.
3 and 7 or 3?
No, Amos chapter 6, verse 3 through 7.
Okay, that's what I figured.
Yes, sir.
I'm like, you gonna skip that verse?
Yeah. Oh, it did sound crazy, huh?
At least I know it wasn't just me out.
Yes, sir.
All right,
start at 1, man.
Okay.
I was just going to say, we're close enough to it. All right, so,
Shalom, y'all.
Shabbat shalom, family.
Shabbat shalom, y'all.
All right, we're going to be reading in the book of Amos, chapter 6 and verse 1.
Yeah.
And it reads, woe to them that are at ease in Zion, and trust in the mountain of Samaria, which are named chief of the nations, to whom the house of Israel came. Pass ye unto Calman, and see, and from thence go ye to Hamath the great. Then go down to Gath of the Philistines. Be they better than these kingdoms, or their border greater than your border? Yea, that put far away the evil day, and cause the seat of violence to come near, that lie upon beds of ivory, and stretch themselves upon their couches, and eat the lambs out of the flock, and the calves out of the midst of the stall. The chant of the sound of the viol, and invent to themselves instruments of music.
Instruments of what?
Of music, like David, that drink wine in bowls and anoint themselves with the chief ointments, but they are not grieved for the affliction of Joseph.
So he's saying, look, you got all your music just like David, you playing the same thing, but you going off.
Right.
We had individuals that was playing that harp like David, but he going off now and cutting the Messiah out of his harp singing.
But notice what he says in verse 5, that chant.
Yeah, that chant too with the sing.
Because a lot of times those what's that hook?
Yeah, that hook, boy, the hook.
It's the chant.
Right.
You repeating it over and over.
Incantation.
Incantations, and you
Boy.
conjuring up spirits.
Yes, sir. In the club. Put that jam on. Bust a nigga head to the white meat. You drink. Man, you just look over. This dude ain't doing nothing.
Right.
Inflamed.
Just in flame. Bust a nigga head. And there's anybody that's close to you and you bust his head to the white meat, it's finna be trouble. What you got an AZ? You know what we talking about because he was security up in the
When I
club.
was doing security, I used to have to go to the DJ, hey man, look here, it's about to go down. Turn that, change that music.
Change that music. It's about to go down.
Change that music.
I'm talking about when you start to grip bottles like this instead of the other way around. They supposed to be like this, ain't they?
Yeah, right.
And you got them like this. What this mean? It's empty
Right.
and it's a weapon now.
It's about to
Yeah,
go down.
somebody put
But
a
you know
catch
what?
on.
As soon as you throw one of those songs on there, they snap out of it.
They snap right out,
They no
y'all.
longer.
Y'all have to
Blood
understand music is seduction.
Yes, sir.
Music is supernatural.
Music is frequency.
Oh, boy, that's what we talking about, bro.
Yep.
And it made the weakest link in the room think he was Superman.
Oh,
He
boy.
had him Hulk, and he be on the floor getting scraped.
And get that. Boy, you say drug on the dance floor.
I done seen it all.
Boy, getting his head drugged to the white meat,
They
huh?
really dancing on it.
Yeah, boy.
They gonna kill him.
Said they river dancing on his head. Oh my God. Oh no.
Hold on, y'all. Wait a minute, y'all. Kill him.
Did we finish verse 7 of
We
that?
gotta get 7.
Okay, go ahead.
You don't need it. I think it's
Elisha.
Who say they river dance?
It's 24.
Really. I'm like, I ain't even worried about putting him out. I gotta grab him, scrape him out.
He flow, yeah.
He gonna look like that boy on Don't Be a Minute while drinking.
Oh, the one they stomped into the ground. Yeah, that tough one. Yeah. Boy, they stumped him flat on the damn Let's get some more, bro.
Oh boy. Okay.
Verse 7.
Yeah, verse 7.
Go ahead, man.
Oh, it's on you, ain't it?
You was reading it.
Oh, was it? I thought it looked familiar.
Go ahead, bro. Yeah.
Yeah. Therefore, now shall they go captive with the first that go captive, and the banquet of them that stretch themselves shall be removed.
So all he's saying, keep on partying the wrong way. Keep on doing the right thing and talking about you waiting on me to come back and you think you're praying. That's why he said, many in that day gonna say we prophesy. He's like, I don't know you.
Right.
I don't know your music. See, because y'all have to understand, every BT war, all of them that come out say, I want to thank God. You understand? So I was twerking for you, Lord. No, you wasn't. No, that wasn't. I don't require that in my song.
Twerking for the Lord.
Boy, you had something, Sister Joyce? Okay, y'all, so we got both pros and cons of music on both sides that say, the Most High say, sing it of your own free will to me, and I'll uplift your spirit. It can't be no pressure on you. Satan is coming with, if you don't dance to my music, I'm going to punish you. If you don't bow down to my music, I'm going to punish you. And the Antichrist going to have a song too, y'all. When you hear it, you going to know to jump on your kneecaps.
Yep.
And don't be acting like you tying your shoe up.
Right.
Now, I know what you're doing. You always tie your shoes when that song come on.
Right.
And they getting everybody prepped for it when you heard the national weather signal every Monday morning of the month.
Yeah.
That's the preparation. That's getting you focused, getting you prepared, because you hear that voice that comes over
Do
it.
that thing.
You hear it around the whole
So
town
they
at
got
the
it
same
loud,
time.
man. This is only a test.
This is a test. A test of what? It ain't for the weather. You can't control that. I mean, they use that for that so you get prepared for what's coming. But it's also to say, when you hear this, bow down.
Get down to the post
It's
office.
that time.
Get down to the post office.
And you can't say you didn't hear it because everybody heard it.
Boy,
at the
everybody
same
heard
time.
it. And they got cameras all in AC
And to
when you...
the point where you know when it's gonna happen, and the time is
Absolutely,
happening
'cause
every
they
month.
tell you.
The first Monday of every month.
Yes, sir. So y'all, let's get it, y'all. We in now we're going to the two individuals, y'all, that were music men in the Bible. One inspired by the Most High, the other one inspired by Satan. But where did the bad music come from? What was the first twerking at? It was in the heavens. So we understand there was a war in heaven. So let's get to the first boy, Ezekiel 28 and 12. Because a lot of times we'll tell people Satan led the choir in the heavens. And they say, well, you ain't got no proof for that because it's using them that languages. But when we get into the other scripts, you're going to see clearly who was in charge of the music. You gone, Floyd? Shalom, baby Floyd.
Shalom. It's birthday, Shalom.
Who? Oh, yeah, well, you better get on going then, brother. Yeah, yes, sir.
Keep peace in the house.
Yes, sir. Tell him we said Happy Soul Day out.
Yes, sir.
First Samuel 16. No, we're going to Ezekiel 28. Then we'll get back in there. Go ahead. I'm sorry, y'all. Go ahead. Ezekiel 28 and 12. And we're going to see who starts this music. Because, y'all, it comes down to the top music guys out here, Def Jam or whatever, or Jay-Z who's selling all the copies in the top. He pick who go to the Super Bowl and perform now. And his tracks are Murder, Murder, Jesus when you play it backwards. And he got all on his shirt. He don't care nothing about it.
Right.
You know, do as thou wilt. So sing what thou wilt.
All right, we're going to be reading in the book of Ezekiel, chapter 28. I'm going to start the reading in verse 11.
Yes, sir.
And it reads, everybody there? Make sure everybody there first. Ezekiel 28 and 11.
Yes, sir.
Moreover, the word of the Most High came unto me, saying, Son of man,
Yes, sir.
take up a lamentation upon the king of Tyrus, and say unto him, Thus saith the Most High Yah, Thou sealest up the sun, full of wisdom, and perfect in beauty.
So you get a lot of them say, man, it's talking about the king of Tyrus. Well, when was he full of beauty and wisdom? I don't care what research you do on the king of Tyrus.
Right.
It wasn't this. It's just telling you who the king is over that king of Tyrus. The king of Tyrus. He's telling you who above, like Donald Trump. If Donald Trump was the king of Tyrus, he's telling you who's above him, who his master is. Go ahead.
Verse 13.
Yeah.
Thou hast been in Eden, the garden of Yahweh.
So you know the king of Tyrus wasn't in the Garden of Eden.
Right.
So who is this king that was in there that's causing trouble? Go ahead.
Every precious stone was thy covering.
Uh-huh.
The sardius, topaz, and the diamond, the beryl, the onyx, and the jasper, the sapphire, the emerald, and the carbuncle,
Uh-huh.
and gold, and workmanship of thy tabrets.
The workmanship of thy tabrets, the music, that noise. Go ahead.
And of thy pipes was prepared in thee in the day that thou was created.
And when we say, boy, she got some pipes, he got some pipes on him, bro, he can holler it out. Because you test that by how they get to the bridge. If they can't handle the bridge of a song and it start cracking, you're going to need studio help when you doing a concert.
Singing.
And God forbid you get some Milli Vanilli, the sound go up. See, you talk about high octaves. I'm talking about like Angel when she's singing that Passover. And they get to that point up there. And when everybody in the crowd is just you know, what's the term that it takes you all over? When you're hearing it, overwhelmed with that song reaching them levels. You know, like for me, it's Lorman's "You Deserve." When it be you know that one hook where they be singing, I ain't gonna sing it. Please don't. Yeah. It took Jacob.
That'll destroy all our expectations. Because every time we hear it, all we hear is your cracking. Like, oh no, it's gone.
Look, Jacob played every song Lord of his hand. I was trying to sing it too. He like, man, is it this one? I'm like, no, it be Well, y'all know that.
Don't do it.
Yeah. Y'all know that part.
We'll find it.
Where his background when he's singing it too. You know that part right there gets next to me. Or that, Hezekiah, blood of the king, them type of ones. Y'all know what I'm talking about. That when they get up there and you can say, this the range right here. This boy can take this to another level if he wanted to. But if you start cracking before you get there, if you pulling a Carl Lewis trying to sing the national anthem, that's what I'm talking about. If you up there, you don't get no record sales. Go ahead.
Oh, this boy right here, Laz on that fire.
That's what we're talking about. When he get up there.
Yeah, right. Now that's the level.
And look, Judah
fire.
Look, Judah Black had the gold Joe Jackson on it. Look, cause Laz was keeping it right here. And we like, Laz, you got that in you right there. And Judah Black came in there with a rat tail, them old. He's like, I need you to get up there for this track. He got up there.
Yeah, he got up there.
He built you up.
Yeah. Well,
and I tell you, boy, that goes. That's a soul song.
That's what we talking about, bro.
Boy, that hits the soul.
Yeah.
Boy, every time I hear it, boy, I feel that fire in my bones.
Yes, sir.
I ain't lying, boy. Fire, his song.
The OM12.
Man.
Yeah, you got it.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that is.
That's serious fire. That's that pure fire.
Yeah.
That's that fire.
Yeah.
That's that fire.
Sometimes you got to put that JJ on it to get him out. That Joe Jackson. Go ahead, bro.
Back in the book of Ezekiel,
Yeah.
chapter 28, and we're in verse 14.
Yeah.
Thou art the anointed cherub that covereth, and I have set thee so. Thou wast upon the holy mountain of Yahweh. Thou hast walked up and down in the midst of the stones of fire.
So you know that one talking about the earthly king of Tyre because he didn't experience any of this. Right. This is talking about on this side of the flood. Actually, on that side of the flood of Genesis 1 and 1 and 1 and 2. Because this world came out of a flood. What you saying, Nerf?
It said anointed cherub.
Anointed cherub. And we know what that are. Those are the angels that's above the Ark of the Covenant. That's right. That cover the mercy seat.
Right.
That was Lucifer had that position, but you see he had on the breastplate. Just like Aaron had all of the Jews in his. This is Satan. He had all of them in here. That's what got Eve real quicked up because the second Enoch say the Most High didn't change his form. He didn't want to turn him hideous because he wasn't hideous when Adam and them in sin. Why would he turn them hideous now? We'll stay away from him and we'll just we'll do the work of the Lord as long as we don't see him. No. Right. No, he like, no, I want you to know him by the fruits that come out of his mouth, not by how he may approach you. You'll run away if you see him with horns and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's right. And then he wanted your full obedience.
Yes, sir.
Through love and free will, not by force.
Yeah.
Or trickery.
Yeah.
Go ahead, bro.
Verse 15.
Yeah.
Thou wast perfect in thy ways from the day that thou was created, till iniquity was found in thee. By the multitude of thy merchandise they have filled the midst of thee with violence, and thou hast sinned. Therefore I will cast thee as profane out of the mountain of Yah, and I will destroy thee, O covering cherub, from the midst of the stones of fire. Thine heart was lifted up because of thy beauty. Thou hast corrupted thy wisdom by reason of thy brightness.
You gone, sis? Shalom. Go ahead.
Shalom, sis.
Always,
okay.
I will cast thee to the ground.
What are you gonna do?
I will cast thee to the ground. I will lay thee before kings, that they may behold thee. Thou hast defiled thy sanctuaries by the multitude of thine iniquities. By the iniquity of thy traffic.
Y'all see that traffic causes problem because it's traffic jam type of music. Y'all understand there's always gonna be a crash with that drill music.
Oh, yeah.
It's gonna be a car accident. It's gonna be traffic.
They call it crashing out.
Crashing out. Go ahead, bro.
Mine say by that trade.
By that trade, so
because he was a musician.
Yeah. So chief musician. So he up there with them elders around. He the anointed church. That's Gabriel, Raphael, Michael,
Penuel.
and he was with them, but he got tired of that.
don't want to do
Man, I want them to sing to me.
Right.
Go ahead.
Therefore will I bring forth a fire from the midst of thee. It shall devour thee.
Yes, sir.
And I will bring thee to ashes upon the earth in the sight of all them that behold thee. All they that know thee among the people shall be astonished at thee. Thou shalt be a terror, and never shall thou be anymore.
So all that brightness now, how you gonna look, man? Now you gonna be like a terror. Basically, that man, don't mess with him, man. He a through piece, like that terror that's brought on Diddy right now. That Dragon video, if that Cassie video hadn't come out, he'd probably still be walking around right now. Because he told everybody it's false innuendos. He never repented. Because he had power to buy the tape from the hotel.
Right.
Now the hotel gonna have to answer some questions.
Right.
How you gonna sell evidence of a brutal assault to the assaulter?
Right.
They just gonna double up on him for buying.
Well, what I'm saying is she got some more lawsuits because when she came back to the hotel feeling that he's gonna get her, they told her, no, you got to leave. We saw the tape. So they had full well he had assaulted. And ain't nobody called the popos yet?
No.
Cause Puffy handing out big face stacks. Bribes.
Yep.
Here's one for you.
Yep.
And here's one for you.
Me, Mr. Puffy.
Yeah, here's one for you as well. Yes, sir.
He said, no, you come to my
Yes, sir.
hotel room.
Right. Yeah. And I got 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 for you.
Take these oils.
Yeah. Take that. Upstairs. I bet he mad at us about you black pope bastards. What y'all talking about?
Yeah, but I'm rich.
Yes, sir. So y'all, as we can see, this is the leader of music in the heavens, and he was thrown out of heaven about his bad behavior. And it talks about his beauty and his pipes and different things, boy. Cause y'all know, ain't nothing get the virgins hollering than a pretty boy singing. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, look here. Yeah, versus Bill Duke when he was crying in car wash. If he was singing like that the same way, I'm not calling Bill Duke early. I'm just saying when he was crying in car wash, that was an ugly face. If he's singing like that, crying to you, he's singing that certain, man, it hurts so bad, man. That's that ugly one hurt. Yes, sir. So y'all, let's pick it on up and we'll see this individual who Satan got on earth to run his music program. Shalom, y'all.
Shabbat shalom, family.
We're going to the second book of Adam and Eve. I sent Tuba a link, y'all, to the sacred text. If y'all put this in y'all PDF, y'all gonna always have the lost books. But it's the ones that we read side by side. Ain't in that one, Ariel. Yeah, so you may have it in the other one. But it's the second book of Adam and Eve, yeah. So if y'all, no, it ain't in that one, Lisha. So you may have to just Google this one. I'll text it to you right now.
Okay. Oh, my apologies. That's 77.
What page you, bus?
I told him 77. It's actually 76.
Just send it to you.
76.
So we're going to the second book of Adam and Eve, chapter 20. Y'all, we're going to run this chapter and then we're going to get into David when the Lord. Now, this man is being instructed by Satan what to do with music. And he trained him, y'all. Like you heard Prince could play 19 instruments. I'm talking about fluently. And he was self-taught. Was he really self-taught, though?
He actually could play over 26.
Over 26?
Yeah.
But they knew for sure he did all the music in them first 2 albums. Prince was on every instrument, the drums, all of
everything, and the vocals.
But he said he used to get in this dark room, and it was completely dark, and he'd do whatever he do, and he said the words would just start coming across the wall, and he could see them clearly, and he just started writing them. So that inquired chanting.
Right.
Yep.
Dark side.
So y'all have to understand, because them first songs was to get you hyped up. Them chapless butt-out pants, and he came on stage in a thong and boots up to his navel, plucking that guitar Talking about dirty mind, but I have to admit I had it blasting in that 76 Grand Prix. Well, look here.
I think we all are, bro.
Look here.
I think we all are.
Right.
And International Love is just about the Mile High Club.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Second book of
Adam and Eve.
Adam and Eve. Tuba, put the link out there. If y'all ain't got it yet, put a 7 up in there when y'all got it pulled up.
What chapter?
So we can move chapter 20. So just go to the index, y'all. It's the index on there. And it's in Roman numerals. And I know what 10 is X, so double X. And it's the second book, y'all. See the first book in there, and then just go down to the second book. And we'll pick it up. Y'all see it? Everybody in there that got it, give us a 7 or something. If you don't have the lost book like bros and them got. But we putting it out there. Tuba, was you able to pull that up where they can see it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, well y'all can read along. I'm just speaking to the ones who on their phone and don't have the class pulled up. Go ahead, who got it?
It's on light.
It's on light. You want the book
That's
light?
20. Well, light.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I'm.
It's right there on 70. Well, you see what the 2 X.
Yeah.
Okay.
You want to pull up when we send it?
No, I'm good.
Good, okay.
Second book of Adam and Eve, chapter 20, verse 1.
Yes, sir.
Everybody ready? Ready here, Molotty?
Go ahead,
Had to get you.
Yeah.
Had to get you. Verse 1.
Yeah.
After Cain had gone down to the land of dark soil, and his children had multiplied therein, there was one of them whose name was Jenon, son of Lamech, the blind who slew Cain.
And a lot of time when you try to put Janan in there, it's gonna keep coming back with genius. So you looked at Prince like a genius because he played, like I say, over 20 instruments, self-taught.
They call him a
Jimi
musical
Hendrix was
genius.
self-taught. Yeah, he played the guitar upside down
While he was high.
while he was high, and also we
And
got
left-handed but he was a right-handed.
Exactly.
And if y'all get the Rolling Stones, Santana,
Yeah.
he said he took a few of them mind-altering things, and his guitar turned into he said that guitar was playing by itself.
Yeah.
And his song, Soul Sacrifice.
Yeah. He said when
Out
he,
in Woodstock, yeah.
He said at Woodstock, he said he don't like watching the
video because it wasn't him.
He said he don't remember nothing
None
about
of it.
Woodstock. He said it was him. It wasn't him playing. He
And what-
said it just took over. He said the guitar was playing by itself. He said he don't remember not one thing about Woodstock, and he don't want to watch the video. 'Cause
Demon
it wasn't
possessed. And this what you gonna see here, what we're reading. When Satan put that spirit of music on, it didn't. He said, "Don't worry about playing it. I'm gonna play it for you." See, like right now, they don't care about what anybody is singing right now. It's the beat that has everybody listening. Cause them nursery rhyme raps that Sexy Red and them playing. You wanna meet my boy? Yeah, you be like, where is the talent? They don't need the talent. The beat is driving it, and not only that, but. We asked, what about deaf people that can't hear music? They can hear vibrations, like bro say. Music is vibration. They can hear it too, and it'll be like this. One of Jeffrey Dahmer's victims was deaf, but he was a homosexual, and he left with Jeffrey Dahmer. But y'all look out, all the work of his is out there now. The Jeffrey Dahmer take. I mean, they working out on the dance floor. He feel the vibration. I'm talking about, I can hear it, and he was out dancing me. He wasn't doing no quicksanding. He wasn't just moving this part. All of it was moving. You like, how he hear that? He's hearing it through the vibrations of the music. Right. That's why drums are always involved, just in case. Because there were deaf people around. You had to wake them up. All alarm clocks for deaf people are different things. They vibrate so it wakes them up. Alarm clocks and different things if you're blind. You know, you can't hear that vibration wake you up. Let's get some more. Go ahead.
Verse 2.
Yeah.
But as to this Jenon, Satan came into him in his childhood.
When did Satan get at him?
In his childhood.
And look, Satan will come, when you look at the gift of Michael Jackson, Satan gonna try to come and get at that gift. There's no way an 8-year-old boy should have been in nightclubs talking about I'm loving you. What you know about that kind of grown folks love?
Yeah.
But they making money and he's singing far better than any other adult in Motown. They saying he got the gift. Let's have him sing sin and let's have him sing fornication. And he's still wearing Dunton and us. He ain't even wearing boxer shorts.
Right.
But I'm gonna tell you something, dude. I'm gonna tell you, as an artist, as a visual artist, when I was young, I went through a period, and my sons did too. Went through a period in our art where I would literally see like demons and monsters.
Yeah.
And I could draw them vividly. Scared the hell out of one of my partners. He's like, man, you actually see that? I said, yeah, I can see all that in my mind. And I can draw it just like I see it. He said, man, that's crazy as hell,
You say
man.
you see it in your mind, but
Look.
you ain't seeing it like at the front door.
No,
I can see it.
Look,
I can envision
and
every
that's the difference.
detail of it.
That's the difference in the artist and people who can draw. I can draw. I can show you pictures I draw, but I copied them off a magazine and I drew it just like it was on there. I just mentioned to him. He said, "What?" I said, "Man, we need a banner with this on and this on, and we need this on it." I say, "Bro, you read my mind. You ain't supposed to see it like that." I mean, he drew it just like what I was just telling him. He didn't have no sketch. I say, "This is what I need you to paint, Elijah." And he just did, and then he turned it around. That's it, boy.
Scary, ain't it, boy?
Boy.
But it was like that all my life.
But he has that gift.
Right.
Of art that where you just speak it to him and he bring your vision out right in front. He say, "This what you looking for?" So I experienced that myself. Go ahead, bro.
Verse, I'm at 2 again,
Yeah,
still
yes, sir.
in 2. But as to this Genon, Satan came unto him in his childhood, and he made sundry trumpets.
That's multiple trumpets, different type. Go ahead.
And horns.
And horns.
And string instruments.
Guitars.
Cymbals. And psalteries. And lyres. And harps. And flutes. And he played on them at all times and at every hour.
So he was playing every one of them instruments every day fluently.
All day.
But see, Satan had came over him, so he was getting the riffs and stuff like this. He was getting it. The music was going just like Santana. If y'all get that Rolling Stone article, y'all see exactly what Robert Johnson. That's what two. And y'all see that where the music is so important and why it always leads before they go out to war. The band is always in the front. I don't care what football game, basketball, who comes out first? The band and the cheerleaders to get you going. And I'm saying we're gonna move on. USC, they have 100,000 people in the stands, as well as Michigan got 100,000 stands. But when they come out, that band come out with them horns. Dun 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 dun. Y'all know what I'm talking about? And everybody, and then they holler, "Raw!" That's 100,000 people hollering for the sun god Ra.
At one time.
At one time. So that spirit, is energy is raised, and that band come out. And then when the team come out, you really in a frenzy, hooping and hollering down. And then why does the victory cause you to tear up everything? They charge the field, they turn on the goalpost, they go out there, flip over police cars and set them on fire.
That's what heathens do.
But that's the chaos.
That's
But
a
look,
fan.
that's the
That's
traffic
a fan.
that he brings with that type of music.
Hey.
Tear up everything.
Right.
It's a riot.
Temptation's ball of confusion.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
And what he say? And the band played on.
And the band played on.
And playing on.
Let's get some more, Elisha.
Verse 3.
Yeah.
And when he played on them, Satan came into them.
Uh-huh.
So that from among them were heard beautiful and sweet sounds that ravished the heart.
So you see what Santana was saying. He was telling the truth. I wasn't playing that guitar. He overcame me. He was just using my fingers, but it wasn't me. It's like when you say that dream was so real. They're like, man, you was just dreaming, and you're looking at you like, man, that dream was real. And you be like, okay, player, all right, damn, I feel you on that. But so he's saying in that realm, in that timeless realm, Satan was just using his fingers, but it was Satan going up and down that court. He said, I couldn't play that again if you put the Powerball winnings up there.
He said, man, he said, you can look it up. He did an interview.
Look in the Rolling Stones magazine.
He said he's scared. He said he won't watch no videos of it. He said he don't recall nothing of it. He said he don't even recall being there.
It's the flip side of you saying it had to be the Lord, cause ain't no way I could have lifted that car off the base.
Right.
Or ain't no way that car missed me like that. That was the Lord saved me. Right. So in like manner, this the flip side of it. Right. They know that ain't them playing them instruments, but at this point, you on the hook now. Because we don't know what you did or what you signed, what type of contract, and your mastering and everything. They like, don't worry about playing. We got your band. You just come out on stage. We got your band players. Go ahead, bro.
Okay, verse 4. Then he gathered companies upon companies to play on them.
Now he get his band together. Go ahead.
And when they played, it pleased well the children of Cain, who inflamed themselves with sin among themselves and burned as with fire, while Satan inflamed their hearts one with another and increased lust among them.
So at the Diddy party, that's what's playing. It increased the lust. Everybody on ecstasy. Everybody on ketamine and what's some of them others, Molly. That what's that what is called that MSDS or whatever it is. Not Metropolitan Sewer District. What is it, y'all? MDAD? Y'all know what I'm talking about.
No, I don't know.
But heavy, overpowering drugs that your consciousness belongs to the dark side at this point. You got another driver. You're not in control anymore. Get some more.
Verse 5.
Yeah.
Satan also taught Janaan to bring strong drink out of corn.
Yeah.
Corn whiskey.
Yes, sir.
And this Janaan used to bring together companies upon companies in drink houses.
And what kind of houses?
Drink houses, bars, and
taverns. Diddy parties. Drink houses. Because you talking about Ciroc.
Yeah, no doubt.
They talking about this liquor, that liquor. Come on to the party at Puffy Drink House.
Right.
Go ahead.
And brought into their hands all manner of fruits and flowers, and they drank together. Thus did this Janaan multiply sin exceedingly. He also acted with pride.
Who we just read about that?
Satan.
The leader of singing. Did he act with pride?
Yeah.
Yes.
Go ahead.
And taught the children of Cain to commit all manner of the grossest wickedness, which they knew not, and put them up to manifold doings which they knew not before.
So y'all see this what hadn't hit the earth yet. See, because he got threw out of that for heaven. He had bad music playing up there. They came down here and they just taught the same thing. The Lord had a choir up there. We're going to get into some book of Revelation where you see them 24 elders that sit around. And they got harps and they got things. It's a band up there. Let's get some more.
Then, verse 7. Then Satan, when he saw that they yielded to Janaan and hearkened to him in everything he told them, rejoiced greatly. Increased Janaan's understanding until he took iron and with it made weapons of war.
Now the music getting into the gangster rap and the killing. Now weapons coming in. Pistol play. Shooting at the club and blaming on Shine.
Right. He took the case.
Biggie take the case. And his last album before he died, what is it called?
Life After Death.
Life After Death. This we gonna push the album. Right. Who shot you?
Yeah.
You setting Biggie up, not yourself. Pop coming after Biggie now. Who shot you?
Right.
And this come right after he was shot. And you say, put it out there. Who shot you?
Right.
Go ahead.
Then when they were drunk.
When they were what?
Drunk. Hatred and murder increased among them. One man used violence against another to teach him evil, taking his children and defiling them before him.
And this is
raping,
pedophilia. You keep hearing that Will Smith's son, Puffy son's up on some rape charges now too. Y'all, it's all in that same thing. They all talking about the children are involved with this now.
Yeah, like
because they watching it.
Like Usher mama sent him to Puff
Daddy
at 13 years old.
Yes. Guardianship. And then
13
and
years
then
old.
Usher had guardianship over Justin Bieber,
Bieber, not
and turned it over to Puffy for 48 hours. 48 hours, you know what I'm saying? And the parents are looking at, my child gonna be a star, and it's gonna be like this. You don't know who he in the hands of.
Right.
That's why us.
And you got to be there right there. Now, it's some parents that stay there and nonstop. It's hard to get them out of there like that Ashanti mama. She always around. What y'all gonna do to her? Y'all gonna do it before me, but I ain't letting you have it. You know, and everybody asking, where was Aaliyah parents at? You know, once they get you out of the picture, and that's what they gonna do, because it's the same program. Separate you from your family members.
They did the same thing with Rihanna too.
Yeah.
They said they gave Rihanna daddy $50,000.
Yeah, look here, and you in Belize where they come from. Look, $50,000 like 500,000. Go ahead.
Verse 9. And when men saw they were overcome and saw others that were not overpowered, those who were beaten came to Janun, took refuge with him, and he made them his confederates. Then sin increased among them greatly.
So now they got away from, they want to come, but they want to hang out with the star. Get done.
Right.
See, like everybody want to go to the puff party, but ain't nobody saying nothing now.
Right.
You talking about the party, but now he hemmed up. You don't want to say nothing about why you was there, because they got the film footage.
Ain't heard nothing
And
from
they
Jay-Z.
and look, and they done already let it out. Daily Mail gonna get a hold to it. It's gonna become public knowledge.
Yeah.
It's already on the dark web, y'all. We sorry.
I guess it's gonna be like this cologne too.
Oh boy, yes sir, yes sir. Yes, they're gonna be unforgivable, yes sir.
He was already preordained.
And look, because y'all have to understand there's rape involved, so it's a lot of transsexuals in there. They look like women, but the first girl on that Biggie album, is it Biggie? Give Me One More Chance. That's a transvestite. It ended up getting killed by a dude that thought it was a woman. But if you watch that video, that's a transsexual.
Yeah, because she's standing up at the urinal.
Yeah.
So he brought that out. He the one that started pushing this. He got that Ganon spirit on him.
In the bed with him.
Yeah. Got the Ganon spirit on him. He's pushing this. He's pushing this agenda. For one, he's FBI snitch, so they making him do all of this.
Yeah.
But they can't use him no more. He a done deal. He like a slave that can't work no more. Give him the poison powder. We can't get nothing else out of him.
We used him up.
Go ahead. What else we got?
10.
I'm at 10. Then sin increased among them greatly, until a man married his own sister.
Y'all see that? Go ahead.
Or daughter.
Uh-huh.
Or mother.
Now you see they got videos up there now, Puffy kissing his mama. They say it's
sure,
unnatural.
bro.
And not only that, but Puffy said, you know, this my mama, it's my mama single, y'all. My mama single. Y'all, when it's my mama do what she want to do, y'all. My mama single. Then say, my mama can touch the palms of her hands on the floor when she bend over. So she can bend straight over and her palms will touch the floor. What image is he giving you of his mother?
She still got stripper techniques.
Let's see if it's
Look, and she was into that, and Puffy Daddy got killed. He was a snitch.
Right.
So once you start running the history and that mother and son, now we're getting back into that ancient Egyptian of Cyrus and Osiris, the mother and son love that was never permitted in the Bible, according to the Book of Jubilees, that a father on son or mother on, or a father on daughter and mother on son. That ain't never ever been permitted ever in the Bible. And it said this is what people starting to do now. So if you see him, because the one guard said he slapped his mama one day.
I heard that too.
She was saying, no, shut up.
He said,
Heifer.
if I see you do that again, boy, it's gonna be.
Look, once that cycle is broken, sex is overpowered, that anybody in the orgy goes, everybody gets some. The Playboy Mansion. They say Hugh Hefner was eating Viagra's like he was eating Fruit Loops. I mean, just, he was so ate up that she said she had to snatch her dog out of his hand, that he said the dog need love too. Fur was finna start flying. She had to get Fluffy out of his hands.
They say Puffy the same way. They say Puffy the same way.
Look, because once that spirit come over you, it don't matter about righteousness, the bed defiled. The bed undefiled. It's the bed defiled. We got to make it as defiled as we can. What you laughing at over, Elisha? How Fluffy getting fur knocked loose? I'm telling you, boy. boy would have filled up one of them super vacuum cleaners with one swipe. He had knocked so much fur loose. She said she had to actually grab her dog and do like this. And he said, dogs need love too. Because once you get to that point, it's like Jake said, you turn into a trisexual. You'll try anything. Give me that midget with them big breasts and that beard. I got to have it. You know. Give me that German Shepherd with 3 legs. I got to have it. A trisexual. What you got on that, bro?
He got a special concoction that he have in his
Yeah.
Oh,
put it in that drink. Let's get some more of this lights. We ain't got but a half hour. And we want to get on day.
What you saying? It's ecstasy.
Yeah.
It's cocaine. Elephant tranquilizer.
Yeah. So you don't feel the pain. They say 3-day marathon of that. That you have to get IVs when the party over. I want you to think everybody like this just go out, have to get an IV for 3 days straight, non-stop, powered on that drug. And they tell me he's not eating, he's scared that somebody may park. That ain't why he ain't eating, he detoxing. Y'all remember the movie
that's what
Ray?
a lot of people said he detoxing from them drugs.
When Ray Charles was detoxing from that, and he was throwing up and falling out the bed. That's what he going through now. He can't eat. He trying to detox. You've been doing this for 13, 15 years of these drugs every day, and it's for this. Your body used to that. It's saying, where my dope at? Let's get some more. Oh boy.
Man, what verse?
Hey, verse 10.
10 or 11.
Yeah.
10 to 10.
Okay.
Just started.
Like shit.
I'm here 10 all over again. Then sin increased among them greatly, until a man married his own sister, or daughter, or mother, and others, or the daughter of his father's sister, so that there was no more distinction of relationship.
His auntie was a cougar to him, and it was legal to them
Doing it now.
when that music started on them. That's his auntie, ain't his father's sister.
Doing it now.
Come on in here, TT. You next.
They doing it now.
Go ahead.
And they no longer knew what is iniquity, but did wickedly. And the earth was defiled with sin. And they angered the Most High, the judge, who had created them.
This is why we said jams, judgment, atonement music. Because the Most High is judging this music and that party.
We right there again.
Let's get some more.
All over.
But Janaan gathered together companies upon companies that played on horns and all the other instruments we have already mentioned, at the foot of the holy mountain. And they did so in order that the children of Seth, who were on the holy mountain, should hear it.
So, y'all, this is the same thing they doing to us today. The BET Award, this black entertainment TV, but you're more wicked than the country awards. They ain't having all that stuff or these awards of other groups. You know, Yin Yang and them singing the Chinese artists. They ain't got none of this. Y'all understand what I'm saying? But this supposed to be black entertainment television, and it turned into the strip club.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's the chant. That's that hook. There's some garden tools in the house. Garden tools in the house. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
You got people that defend them.
Yeah.
How you gonna? She a star. You can't just.
She getting her money. You just hate because you getting her money.
She getting her money.
Yeah, because you got money over conscience.
That's right.
Commerce over conscience, like
that's it.
I'll take the deal. That's technically when they talk about sell your soul. You technically ain't do that, but you give somebody control of your image.
Yeah.
See, they can put your image. Once you sign that, they can put you on worshiping the devil. Your song. And you like, I didn't give them permission. Yes, you did. You gave them permission to take your image for this amount. Now they're making what that little $20 they gave you. They're making $200,000 off of your image doing bad work, and you got to keep trying to explain. Go ahead.
Verse 12.
Yeah.
But when the children of Seth heard the noise, they wondered and came by companies and stood on the top of the mountain to look at those below. And they did thus a whole year. When at the end of that year, Janaan saw that they were being won over to him little by little, Satan entered into him and taught him to make dying stuffs for garments of diverse patterns, and made him understand how to dye crimson and purple and whatnot.
And whatnot. Y'all heard he did like old school Hebrew? Whatnot. But look, why is all these artists always into fashion?
Yep.
I get you in my uniform, and then I sing you my music.
And then they all
I want
gay.
the whole package, yes sir.
And they all gay.
So y'all understand how it's all, this ain't nothing new he doing. The playbook is already there. It's been there. See, this is like you have people may think because the script say in the end days knowledge shall abound and everything coming out. It ain't new information. It's just information that was always hid in the Vatican or in the rare book room of the library. Like when Russia came out with the pictures of the black disciples and stuff. Everybody, oh, y'all see that? Oh, y'all see that? Like that's new. We had that back in the 80s down on Page and Taylor in a book that we took out of the do not take out of the library room.
Yeah.
We borrowed it for life, you know. It was called Imperial Rome. We had that the same exact images. That's all they did was move everything from every library, everything on file, and put it on the internet. So now I don't have to go to the library in my hand so I can pull it up. But it was seen new, like information that exploded. But we can see right now, this information, what we read now is before the flood, what Puffy doing. Next, you get into the clothing part of it. We got you drinking, now you gonna wear our clothes like 50 say.
Gay clothing.
50 said, he told him, I want to take you shopping, 50. He like, man, get on, wait a minute, take me shopping. But he had Meek Mill dressed just like it.
Yeah.
See, y'all, it ain't nothing new under the sun. It's old work.
Right.
Let's get some more and catch this up, y'all.
Gay clothing.
Yeah.
He was in there killing Meek Mill.
Boy, look here, boy, look here.
Oh man, that's sad. Verse 14.
Yeah.
And the sons of Cain who wrought all this and shone in beauty and gorgeous apparel, gathered together at the foot of the mountain in splendor.
In what?
In splendor.
With
horns and gorgeous dresses. And horse faces.
Horse races, yeah. Boy, I was gonna say, boy, that drink doing a number on them, ain't it? Boy. Everybody looking there like Joe Camel.
And horse races, committing all manner of abominations.
See, and like you see them award shows, they always dress up the red carpet. Look what they have on today. And they tell you about, look, some of them have these big capes on, ridiculous type of stuff. They've been showing Puffy in this all black with black gloves on and that cape he got on.
With the roses on.
Yeah, all them bows and stuff. And y'all, it's a whole nother level of wickedness we can't understand. Go ahead, bro.
I like that little funny bunny boy that yeah, that dude.
Oh yeah, little nasty ass. Yeah, go ahead.
Verse 15. Meanwhile, the children of Seth who were on the holy mountain prayed and praised Elohim in the place of the host of angels who had fallen. Wherefore Elohim had called them angels because he rejoiced over them greatly.
See, and at one time them angels had failed. This talking about the fallen angels. So Seth and them were trying to sing and replace those that fell from heaven because they was Satan's boys. They was in the choir. Just picture somebody leaving with their whole choir. We up, a third of them. So Seth and his boys was trying to replace that group, that 1/3 that fell and singing in the place of angels, but they were the Lord's angels at first. And all of them got on that wicked music. Y'all, this was up in the heavens that they were singing wicked. Go ahead.
But after this, they no longer kept his commandment, nor held by the promise he had made to their fathers. But they relaxed from their fasting and praying, and from the counsel of Jared their father. And they kept on gathering together on the top of the mountain to look upon the children of Cain, from morning unto evening, and upon what they did upon their beautiful dresses and ornaments.
So this new jam out by Megan Thee Stallion, which a stallion is a male horse.
That's a horse face.
So, yeah, absolutely. So
there you go.
This new jam with this Chinese Korean rapper, he rapping in Korean. I ain't heard none of that Chinese dude saying. It's the visual that they giving you of Megan in that bubbly water and what part of her is rising out of that bubbly water. You ain't hearing no lyrics.
What's this, a video or something?
Yeah, the latest video lights, I'm telling you, boy, to make that bathroom scene in Superfly look like. Boy, go ahead.
I don't want to see it.
Yeah.
18?
17.
17?
But notice, they always show you that image in the water because that's what got David in trouble. Superfly got his woman on the side. They show you the bathtub scene. And what's that group? You know them boys. Give me your love. Give me your love. Superfly, the soundtrack. And they playing that song, Give me your love, give me your love. But it's showing that woman purifying herself mode.
Yep.
You understand what I'm saying? They know that that's the stimulation we got to get up here going right now. Go ahead.
Then the children of Cain looked up from below and saw the children of Seth standing in troops on the top of the mountain. And they called to them to come down to them. But the children of Seth said to them from above, we don't know the way. Then Janun, the son of Lamech, heard them say that they did not know the way. Excuse me. And he bethought himself how he might bring them down. Then Satan appeared to him by night, saying, there is no way for them to come down from the mountain on which they dwell. But when they come tomorrow, say to them, come ye to the western side of the mountain. There you will find the way of a stream of water that comes down to the foot of the mountain. Between two hills, come down that way to us. Excuse me. Then when it was day, Janun blew the horns and beat the drums below the mountain.
Y'all see that once again? Okay, it's time. We're going to blow the horns and beat the drums. We're going to make the sound. We're going to put the vibration out there. Time for y'all to come down off the high horse. Come on down the mountain and party with us.
Right.
Go ahead.
And he was one. The children of Seth heard it and came as they used to do. Then Janun said to them from down below, go to the western side of the mountain. There you will find the way to come down. But when the children of Seth heard these words from him, they went back into the cave to Jared. To Jared, to tell him all that they had heard. Then when Jared heard it, he was grieved, for he knew that they would transgress his counsel. After this, 100 men of the children of Seth gathered together and said among themselves, come, let us go down to the children of Cain and see what they do and enjoy ourselves with them.
They like, look, we need to party. Look, y'all, it ain't no consequence because when Moses was up getting the law, they rose up to play. And they say they dally with harlots. Y'all, when they rise up to play, that's what it means. Harlots and the music start. And they made Aaron make them a golden calf so they could worship at the foot of it at the same time while he up getting a script. Y'all understand what I'm saying? It ain't nothing new. It's Satan's same game plan. He like, why should I change? Y'all fall into the trap every time. I give you a way out and you still, it say don't step here, you in Satan's trap and you still step in it.
Found a way to go down.
Found a way to step in wet dog doo-doo. And no, you can't get it out the cracks in them tennis shoes. Wet dog doo-doo.
Oh.
Go get some more.
25.
Yeah.
But when Jared heard this of the 100 men, his soul was moved. His very soul was moved, and his heart was grieved. He then arose with great fervor and stood in the midst of them and adjured them by the blood of Abel the just. Let not one of you go down from this holy and pure mountain in which our fathers have ordered us to dwell.
So this is what Tyler Perry did. He took all his Mature acts to the church.
Yep.
And they promoted the lesbian doctrine for him. And men dressing up like women. But he got it off on the church first. Then he took it to the stage. But the church was already locked and loaded. So once the church agreed to it, everybody else locked on to it. Then he show up in the church and T.D. Jakes call himself laying hands on him. And he fall out like, he laid hands on T.D. Jakes. And he's falling out like he got the spirit. Right. And then he donated $1 million though. And then everybody up there running, throwing down a little change. They got light bill money, gas to get home money for this show you want to be part of.
Right.
Yes, sir.
One of them walk York side, I think it was Church of Paradise, and they did a thing. That Mother Dia was a demon.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
See, so y'all, it ain't nothing that's we just finding out today. It's just like I say, in the days of Sodom and Gomorrah,
Yes,
and in the days of Noah. Right. Everything we read is happening in the days of Noah.
Yep.
The Sodom and Gomorrah part, they mixing it all in. But then Sodom and Gomorrah just took most of the mixing part. But this part right here, mixing with supernatural, is what they doing right here, right now, because Satan is taking over Ganon. He's totally empowering him, and he's doing the same thing to Puffy. Soon as he get on them drugs, he take over him. That's why he looking now and try to apologize. That ain't me. That ain't me when he beat Cassie. Now you want to apologize? No, we know it wasn't you, but we can't believe you now because you lied at first and say she's a liar. Till they showed him the film.
Right.
Let's get some more.
Then
he started digging in his pockets.
Yeah.
Shh, keep it quiet. Shh, keep it quiet. I'm gonna tell you won't. Shh, keep it quiet.
I'm sick.
I'm sick, yeah. I'm sick. Go ahead, bro.
Verse 26.
Yeah.
But when Jared saw that they did not receive his words, he said unto them, O my good and innocent and holy children, know that when once you go down from this holy mountain, Elohim will not allow you to return again to it.
See, you can't taste the heavenly work of the Lord and then go back like Hebrews 6 chapter say. And count it a curse and then try to come back. Hebrews 6 say it's impossible for you to go reprobate and then try to come back on this side. Say don't even try it. So this is what happened. He said, y'all go down that mountain, y'all can't come back. Ain't no coming back on this side. You can't go play with the devil and then want to come on.
Right.
And
Let's
bring
get some
that
more.
dirt back
and
in
bring
this
that
house.
dirt back in here.
27. He again adjured them, saying, I adjure by the death of our father Adam, and by the blood of Abel, of Seth, of Enos, of Canaan, and of Mahalalel, to hearken to me and not to go down from this holy mountain. For the moment you leave it, you will be reft of life and of mercy. And you shall no longer be called children of Elohim, but children of the devil.
Yes, sir.
But they would not hearken.
What they would not do?
Would not hearken to his words. Enoch at that time was already grown up. And in his zeal for Elohim, he arose and said, Hear me, O you sons of Seth, small and great, when you transgress the commandment of our fathers and go down from this holy mountain, you shall not come up hither again forever.
How long?
Ever. But they rose up against Enoch and would not hearken to his words, but went down from the holy mountain. And when they looked at the daughters of Cain, at their beautiful figures.
At their what?
Beautiful figures. And at their hands and feet dyed with color and tattooed in ornaments on their faces. The fire of sin was kindled in them.
Y'all see this? And it said when they looked at them beautiful figures, that means to see them beautiful figures, it wasn't that much on them.
No.
For you to acknowledge.
They were
And that's why I'm saying that new Megan Thee Stallion. And look, it's a snake in the movie that devouring different people, and they devoured a one boy like Jared some going down there. This latest video, y'all, this what I'm saying, but get children out of the room when you watch it. Y'all, you will see everything we reading right now. Everything we reading right now. Go ahead, what else to say?
What movie you talking about?
No, this is Megan Thee Stallion latest video.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
got a Korean rapper in it.
When
You know,
she
they
was
done
at
brought
Brothers.
him in. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. But,
I saw
but the
that.
snake that's involved with it, everything, and y'all, when you read this
Manushi
and
is
put
the
it in
name of the
Manushi,
song.
whatever his name is.
That's the name of the song, Manushi.
Manushi, yeah, whatever it is, y'all, you gonna see all of this, what brought them down off of that mountain. Cain daughters, the fine ones. Go ahead.
And that's the name of a snake.
Verse 32. Then Satan made them look most beautiful before the sons of Seth, as he also made the sons of Seth appear of the fairest in the eyes of the daughters of Cain, so that the daughters of Cain lusted after the sons of Seth like ravenous beasts.
Like what?
Ravenous beasts. and the sons of Seth after the daughters of Cain, until they committed abomination with them.
Black and ugly as ever.
Right.
But you got the pretty light-skinned girl. You got Charlie Baltimore Howe. Black, fat, and ugly as ever. I'm talking about Biggie, but he say, but the music I'm riding on, hell, I look like Billy D in his prime when he was about 18.
Yeah.
And they were loving it.
Yeah. Go ahead. That's what Satan made them look like to them. Yeah. Oh, like Rich Ross. What he saying there? Oh, yeah. So
Biggie used to do that.
yeah, he looking. Yeah. Like he having a what need that? What's that breathing machine you use at night?
Nebulizer.
No, that
CPAC.
Yeah, CPAC. Yeah. Okay. So they like the CPAC man is looking like Billy D and Hustle and Flow in his prime.
Yeah.
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead, bro.
But after they had thus fallen into this defilement, they returned by the way they had come and tried to ascend the holy mountain. But they could not.
But they what?
Could not. Because the stones of that holy mountain were of fire flashing before them.
Like hot coals.
By reason of which they could not go up again.
The same way Adam and Eve couldn't get back into the garden to get at the tree of life again.
The flame of fire.
No, the flame of fire. Like y'all got to get away from around here. Y'all gonna have to work y'all way all the way back. You got to see how much time they gonna give you, and then see if you can come out and then work at the homeless shelter.
See, they thought they could go down there and kick it for a minute and go back.
But go back.
Okay, y'all, we finished. Let's go back up.
That's what all I'm thinking Hollywood. Till they show you the film, that woman you thought was a girl that looked like Halle Berry. That's Harry Berry. What you mean? What you mean? I'm gonna show you what I mean. Harry, show yourself. Go ahead.
How you doing?
Yeah, how you doing? Yeah, go ahead.
I'm gonna be frank.
Yeah, I'm gonna be frank with you. Go ahead. Go ahead, bro.
Oh, no.
Where you at, Elijah?
No. I don't know.
34.
And Elohim was angry with them and repented of them because they had come down from glory and had thereby lost or forsaken their own purity or innocence and were fallen into the defilement of sin. Then Elohim sent his word to Jared,
the Messiah. Go ahead.
These thy children, whom thou didst call my children, behold, they have transgressed my commandment and have gone down to the abode of perdition.
Where they go to?
The abode of perdition. And of sin.
Yeah.
Send a messenger to those that are left, that they may not go down and be lost. Then Jared wept before the Most High and asked him mercy and forgiveness. But he wished that his soul might depart from his body, rather than hear these words from Elohim about the going down of his children from the holy mountain. But he followed Elohim's order and preached unto them not to go down from that holy mountain and not to hold intercourse with the children of Cain.
Not to hold what?
Intercourse with the children of Cain. But they heeded not
what
his
they do?
Message, heeded not his message and would not obey his counsel.
So y'all see that, but now if y'all get into chapter 21 and 22, it go into deeper because it's talking about forcing men in beds, and the beds that was out there. Puffy had a 50-foot bed
in his backyard.
What the hell are you gonna do with it? I'm talking about, and it was made up. He had 50-foot sheets and the pillowcases for it. That means 20 or 30 couples in that bed at the same time. Yo, this is what we talking about. This ain't nothing new. Satan uses the music to get away because he wants the vibration in everybody, and that's all they feeling is the music, and that's why when they say they wake up, they don't know what's going on.
How do you wash them big ass sheets?
Boy, look here. He got servants that wash. Look, and all that baby oil they made is getting washed by themselves. So y'all, let's hit this and we're gonna close on out. We're going to read now. We saw the history of Satan bringing that to Canaan, and it passed over, and it's still passing over and working today. That same thing with that music. We just got to see now because that was Satan led. Now we just want to see where the Messiah led David, and we're going to close out. All we got is 1 Samuel, a few verses, and then we got the 1 Chronicle, that where David is setting up the choir. You know what I'm saying? That the choir like is in heaven. David was in charge of that. And while Zadok, David chose Zadok to lead the choir. Now Zadok is, when we read in Ezekiel 44 through 48, it's the same Zadok that will be leading the choir in the kingdom, but the Messiah will be the king. Yeah. Just like David is giving instructions to this priest, Zadok, you're going to be over the singers and different things. The Messiah will be giving the same words to Zadok. You know, in the kingdom, y'all still going to be my ministers of the song and different things. Zadok kept his mind straight, y'all. Out of all the Levites, he kept straight, and David had him right by him. David made sure he got with Solomon and kept everything going. Solomon just went off. That music got good with Solomon and his wife. They started playing in his ear. Don't you want to come and go with me, Solomon, and dance? He's like, go on, dance yourself. Shit, I'm tired. Leave me alone. And say, they actually showed him this the club right here. It was Club Molech. Just go on up in there. I'll come back and pick you up on the way back. He just let them have their way. So y'all, let's get this up with David, and y'all, we're going to close out. 1 Samuel 16, and this one David was chosen, just like Satan chose Canaan. So this is the side of righteousness. 1 Samuel 16. We're going to start about verse 7, because this also clear up when the Messiah said he don't look at your height.
All right, family, we're going to be reading in the book of 1 Samuel, chapter 16. Start the reading in verse 7.
Yes, sir.
But the Most High said unto Samuel, look not on his countenance, or on the height of his stature.
That's right.
Because I have refused him.
Talking about Saul. Go ahead.
For the Most High seeth not as man seeth. For man looketh on the outward appearance, but the Most High looketh on the heart.
Yes, sir.
Then Jesse called Abinadab, and made him pass before Samuel. And he said, neither hath the Most High chosen this.
Now we get into David's sons. Go ahead.
Then Jesse made Shammah to pass by, and he said, neither hath the Most High chosen this.
Yeah.
Again, Jesse made 7 of his sons to pass before Samuel. And Samuel said unto Jesse, the Most High hath not chosen these. And Samuel said unto Jesse, Are here all thy children? And he said, there remaineth yet the youngest, and behold, he keepeth the sheep. And Samuel said unto Jesse, send and fetch him, for we will not sit down till he come hither.
And see, a lot of times I look at like Michael Jackson and his family. Shalom, my rich. You know what I'm saying is like Berry Gordy came. Shalom says Berry Gordy came for Mike. You know, he said I really don't need Tito in them. You know, and all that slick goo you got on your head, Jermaine, ain't nobody gonna buy that after an album or two. You know, but he came after Michael because he had not only the dance moves, but he had the voice. So the Most High, you know what I'm saying, and they kind of looking at Michael like David here in this situation to grab him from amongst his brothers. Because slowly the lead singer end up getting rid of the rest of the group. Right. Y'all understand? Like Canaan had companies of singers and background singers. They like, you don't need them no more. Right. You know. And you'll see background singers trying to get that young way. You know, one's just in the group, they ain't really making no noise. Like if you watch Jagged Edge, I kind of like them. They got a few marriage songs and Promise and Let's Get Married, different thing. But he got a couple background singers trying to really get in there and dance in front of things. You're like, man, you ain't the one with the voice. It's that twin brother. Right. You know, but that's what I'm talking about. Go ahead.
Right. Verse 12.
Yeah.
And he sent and brought him in. Now he was ruddy and withal of a beautiful countenance, and goodly to look to.
And what to look to?
And goodly to look to. And the Most High said, arise, anoint him.
So he said he was ruddy. Now, A lot of people saying, well, ruddy mean red is the same. No, it ain't. Ruddy mean blood that come up in the flesh with melanin. The only time you see ruddy in the Bible is only mentioned with David and Solomon, Israelites. But red, you read in the Bible, is always mentioned with Esau. So the colors may seem the same, but one is blood that come up in the flesh with pigment, which is ruddy. It turns like almost a mahogany color. And one is red with no flesh tone. So that's why when they get mad, they get red. When they get alcoholics, they get red. When they Christmas, they turn into Rudolph. Their nose get red. Too much eggnog and brown whiskey.
Gin blossom.
Yes, sir, yeah.
Go
ahead, bro.
They the real color.
Go ahead, bro.
Verse 13.
Yeah.
Then Samuel took the horn of oil and anoint. Wait, not left off the last thing he said. He said, anoint him, for this is he. I finished out 12. Then verse 13. Then Samuel took the horn of oil and anointed him in the midst of his brethren. And the Spirit of the Most High came upon David from that day forward. So Samuel rose up and went to Ramah.
So y'all see how the mirror image of what's happening to David, the same thing happened with Ganon and Satan. The power, the spirit of Satan overpowered him to get into that music wicked. The same thing as David now, the Spirit of the Most High is coming over him for righteous singing. Go ahead, what else to say? How far are you going down on that? Verse 23, go ahead.
Yeah, verse 14.
Yeah.
But the Spirit of the Most High departed from Saul.
What'd it do?
It departed from Saul. And an evil spirit from the Most High troubled him.
So a lot of people say, well, that's the Most High tempting with evil. No. What else he going to do with the spirits that's hanging around? Look, when you read in Enoch 15, 14, and 15, it tell you the giants, the flesh part of them with the women died, but the spirit part crossed over the flood. So this is what's tormenting people, that giant spirit. That's what got Saul in trouble. That's the spirits the Lord sent him, because the only place for him is to go to the lake of fire or to be dissolved. So he like, no, I'll just keep them around here for the wicked. I'll send them to the wicked. That's why the wicked usually end up killing the wicked. He let them take care of each other. Let Satan tear down Satan's house. You understand what I'm saying? It's always what he do. What else are they going to be doing but just sitting around? So he like, no, wicked spirit, go ahead. It's one just like you. Like when he went to the witch Endor, he went to wickedness. So he let wickedness have the mastery of him. But he ain't tempting Saul with evil at this point. He just saying, send him, he leaving me. He don't want to be with, he don't want to listen to me. So the Lord's spirit left. Send him what he want. Just like he gave them Saul as a king what they want. He said, give them what they want. Give him what he want. He don't want me no more. Give him the spirit he want. He want evil. Give him what he want, not what he needs.
That's right.
Let's get some more.
Verse 15.
Yeah.
And Saul's servant said unto him, behold now, an evil spirit from Yah troubleth thee. Let our Lord now command thy servants, which are before thee, to seek out a man who is a cunning player on an harp. And it shall come to pass, when the evil spirit from Yah is upon thee, that he shall play his hand. He shall play with his hand, and that stop, boy. And thou shalt be.
But y'all see how merciful for the Most High is. Y'all understand? Oh, I forgot what y'all said now. But go ahead. But how the Most High is still showing mercy to Saul. He giving him one last chance. I'm gonna relieve you of that, but you got to come back to me, right? But Saul got crazy. He was just throwing javelin that day. Go ahead.
Verse 17.
Yeah.
And Saul said unto his servants, provide me now a man that can play well, and bring him to me. Then answered one of the servants and said, behold, I have seen a son of Jesse the Bethlehemite, that is cunning in playing, and a mighty valiant man, and a man of war, and prudent in matters, and a comely person, and the Most High is with him.
See, because they know David is not playing like that without an assistance, a young boy like this. And they saying playing well. Like you may see a youngster in a school playing a violin and they get it out on all them short. Look at this youngster, he's a genius. This is the same thing. He playing, you like, boy, skilled people getting money ain't playing like that.
Right.
But go ahead. Yeah, that's what we talking about. Go ahead.
Verse 19.
Yeah.
Wherefore Saul sent messengers unto Jesse, and said, Send me David thy son, which is with the sheep. And Jesse took an ass laden with bread, and a bottle of wine, and a kid, and sent them by David his son unto Saul. And David came to Saul, and stood before him, and he loved him greatly, and he became his armor bearer.
Now see how his daddy didn't even send him empty-handed, even though they was requesting his performance. The king, the anointed king, was still, you can't go to him empty-handed.
Exactly.
Y'all can't go to Joe Biden and ain't got no bread, pudding, or something. You got to have some form. You just can't go up and tell him, I want to talk to you, and wake him up out of his nap, and you ain't got no pudding or nothing.
But it just goes to show you hospitality was a trait of
Yes,
ours.
sir. Yes, sir.
Hospitality was always a trait of ours. You know?
Waking Joe out of his sleep and you ain't got nothing in your hands.
It's like my mom used to always tell me and my brothers and sisters, you know, you don't go over somebody's house empty-handed.
Yeah.
You always take something.
Yes, sir.
You know?
Yeah, I see sis put that thing together too about when you come to somebody's party, bring something and not your to-go plate.
Yeah. Cause some people just bring Tupperware, empty Tupperware.
Yeah.
And they say, you know, like when people say, man, you ain't gotta bring nothing, just bring yourself. You know, still bring a little something.
Bring a little something.
Don't take advantage.
Right.
You know, don't take advantage. Because especially if they get like, in that, it said the dude had a bar and he set his bar out. But when people bring something, it replenishes bar that he don't have to replenish.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Something, y'all, I got this, they like, bro, just put it back in the car. But they still look at it like you didn't come empty-handed. Right. You know what I'm saying? It may be just a small token or something. Man, I got some forks. Oh, we didn't eat them. We got the 300 box. Well, I just save them, man. Hell, I use them when I go to lunch. Come on in and enjoy yourself.
Right.
And me and Zeb got a partner we grew up with. Every time he would come to your whatever, he brought one beer. The one he was drinking.
Bringing MF.
The one he was drinking. It wasn't even.
Right.
But he gonna drink all your shit though.
Yeah.
Talking about that, when I was in the Army, I never forget, this guy used to come by our house, we used to get together, and we'd be drinking, you know, Cavassier, you know, Tanqueray, whatever. So now it's time to go to his house, right? So, hey man, cook, you know, service, whatever. So, I don't know if y'all remember a long time ago, Walgreens used to sell liquor.
I
used to work in the
they
liquor
used to sell
department.
this liquor and say like, just on it, white label G.
Right.
Or white label vodka.
Right.
And I'm like,
A white label beer.
yeah, like that. I'm like saying, man, what is this, man? You know what I'm saying? So we watching name brand stuff.
Yeah.
So you drinking at my house.
Yeah.
He said, but you know, hey, it's the same thing. I said, all right, remember that the next time you come over, bring your own stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, because I'm serving you the best stuff right here, your top shelf stuff.
Yeah.
And then you bringing this Walgreens,
Yes, sir.
you know, plain label stuff.
Right.
You know, you don't know how long it's been distilled or whatever.
Not only that, we might leave her sick.
Yeah,
As
like
a dog off of these.
Like the Messiah at the wedding. The governor of the wedding came out and said, y'all save the good wine for last. Usually we drink that up first and leave the rock gut for the stragglers.
Right, yeah.
Y'all done save the good stuff. Go ahead, bro. Finish this out so we can get out of here.
Verse 22.
Yeah.
Jose Cuervo, they said now Pepe Lopez.
What's that, boy? Some cheap vodka with some cat piss in it. Cheap vodka with cat piss in it to give it a strong flavor.
That ain't no
Yeah,
Julio and Huevo. That's Lopez. I know him. He lived down the street.
Yeah.
Verse 22.
You gonna need some cat litter with this player.
And Saul sent to Jesse, saying, Let David, I pray thee, stand before me, for he hath found favor in my sight. And it came to pass, when the evil spirit from Yah was upon Saul, that David took in heart, and played with his hands, so Saul was refreshed, and was well, and the spirit departed from him.
The evil
evil spirit departed from him.
So this where the term comes from. music soothes or what? That's where they getting it from, y'all. That's what it will do. Somebody go crazy. They put calm music on and it calms them down. It's certain colors that they put when somebody going crazy. You can't have red up. They go crazy if they see red. They'll change the color of it. That prison in Phoenix painted all the walls pink. Kept the violence down. Y'all understand colors and different things?
It does.
It changed the thought process.
It does,
It makes it into a more pleasant mood. But if you see red, it's finna get crazy.
And the tone.
It's like if it's 5 cars going down the highway and they all Corvettes, the red one gonna get pulled over. Automatically, they'll tell you red fast cars get pulled over first.
Yep.
And you may be doing 5 miles less than everybody else. So y'all, let's get this last one. We're gonna close out, y'all. First Chronicles 15 and 16. We ain't gonna read but 2 verses, and y'all read the rest in your own time, y'all, because we got to get on out of here.
And again, red cars insurance be higher too.
Sure do. Yes, sir, because it gives a signal of speed for some reason. I don't know why. And the stop sign red, that means slow down, don't it?
It means stop, not
Yeah, so that get right. You right.
How many tickets you got? How many tickets you got, boy? And shit, you got a whole glove box full of them bad boys.
Yes, sir.
It just means slow down. I ain't gotta stop.
Well, we say I got my red and yellows mixed up like
What they going for?
They say this boy got a problem. He see red, he just slow down. He don't stop.
With them pages and clothes.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, I'm like, how did they do that?
Oh, yeah. I'm down on Olive Good. I say, you can make a left on red. My sister say, boy, no, you can't. I say, wasn't nothing coming both ways? I'm like, you make one on right on red, why you can't make a left on red?
Oh boy.
Yeah, you figured that one out.
Lazarus looking like I did too. Come on, y'all, let's get this last one.
I got a question, Dan.
Yeah.
Ron Lemon in the chat, he asked, was the atoning of David the same as being baptized?
The anointing.
Anointing of David, I'm sorry.
Uh-huh.
The anointing of David the same as being baptized. It says that the Spirit of the Most High came upon him as it did upon the Most High.
No,
As it did against the
is that like water baptism?
The Messiah. He said Messiah.
No, because see, water baptism is the repentance of sin. Remission of sin. This is the power of God finna be displayed upon the whole world. His power on David, a young servant, because this is a young boy. So it ain't like the opposite side where you saying. So no, this David, the Spirit coming over him, and he's playing, but it ain't got nothing to do with no bad works or anything. You know, it's just a young boy he chose. He didn't want to experience war or nothing. He wanted everybody to see what the kingdom is like. This is what the kingdom is like. Young children that's obeying, not you old heads that can't get it together. Let's get some more. Let's finish this up, y'all. We got 1 Chronicles 15 and 16, y'all, and then we're just gonna read 2 or 3 verses. We're gonna close out. Y'all read the rest of that.
1 Chronicles chapter 15, verse 16.
Yeah.
And David spake to the chief of the Levites to appoint their brethren to be the singers and with instruments of music.
Well, what kind? With what?
Instruments of music. Psalteries and harps and cymbals sounding by lifting up the voice with joy.
Lifting up the voice with what?
Joy. So the Levites appointed Heman, the son of Joel, and of his brethren, Asaph, the son of Berechiah, and of the sons of Merari, their brethren, Ethan, the son of Cushiah, and with them their brethren of the second degree, Zechariah, Ben, and Zaaziel.
Now these the background singers of the second degree. Right. You know how you have first tier, second tier? Go ahead.
Right. And Shemiramoth, and Jehiel, and Uni, and Eliab, and Benaiah, and Maasiah.
Sound good, Elijah.
And Mattathiah.
Mattathiah.
Thank you. And Eliphalah.
Yeah.
And Micaniah.
Yeah.
And Obededom.
Yeah.
and Jael, the porter.
The porter. So now these are the ushers. You know, he's setting it all up for the singers, the porters. Go ahead.
So the singers, Heman, Asaph, and Ethan, were appointed to sound with cymbals of brass. Zechariah and Aziel, and Shemiramoth, and Zehiel, and Uni, and Eliab, and Maaseiah, and Benaiah with psalteries and alamoth.
Boy, you handling that. Go ahead.
And Mattatiah, and Elipheleth,
Yeah.
and Mechaniah,
Yeah.
and Obededom, and Jael, and Azaziah with harps on Sheminith to excel.
So they had them all in different positions, you know. It's almost like when you see, like, who was that, Barry White? He had an orchestra.
Love
A Love Unlimited orchestra. This is what I'm talking about. I'm talking about when you hear them strings and horns. It's like how that jam, Jerusalem, when that hit, because of them horns. Dun, dun, you know that horn is blinding you, hollering Jerusalem. We was like that up in that award show. All them other dudes from that SM was looking over there. They were like, what the hell is going on? And then they come up and start saying, I won't thank the Most High. Light had overpowered darkness there, y'all. At that point, y'all understand that they felt out of place at that point. They're like, who is them? Where'd they come from? Let's get some more.
And Caniah, chief of the Levites, was for song. He instructed about the song because he was skillful. And Berechiah and Elkanah were doorkeepers for the ark. And Shebaniah and Jehoshaphat and Nathaniel and Amasai and Zechariah and Benaiah and Eleazar the priest did blow with the trumpets before the ark of Elohim. And Obededom and Jehiah were doorkeepers for the ark.
So y'all got to remember the band always come out before the mascot. So that's why they were blowing before the Ark of the Covenant came out. You know, so that's when you see it in football. Go ahead, so just hit that 25, Elijah, we'll close out. Yeah.
So David and the elders of Israel and the captains over thousands went to bring up the ark of the covenant of the Most High out of the house of Obededom with joy. And it came to pass when Elohim helped the Levites that bear the ark of the covenant of the Most High, that they offered 7 bullocks and 7 rams.
Y'all see that? So we see how David set up the choir. It's going to be the same way, y'all, in the kingdom, but he's the leader of that. He went and got Zadok. He told the priest, I'm picking you, because he know what music is about. You understand what I'm saying? Right. He been playing it since he was a child. He know the best singers and different things. You know, no, that voice cracked on that one. You know, you kind of sounded like Daniel Solomon on that trying to sing that Lord. No, you move over here. No, you know that's the part I remember now. I wanna know.
Okay, now stop.
Y'all know the part. I wanna know. No. And Jake couldn't get it. He like, is it this Lord song?
No.
I said, no. He said, I'm up to 20 songs. Is it this one? I say that ain't it. No. Y'all know, do y'all know the part I'm talking about? Okay, all right.
No.
Yes, sir.
Yes, but no.
Because that boy get in my soul when he's saying that. Because his soul is saying, I need to know you like the scripts is saying. You know what I'm talking about, AZ Ben Yehuda.
Yeah, we know. But no.
Yeah. So y'all, we going to hold on that. But y'all, a little homework. The final of that, y'all, we're going to get into some Revelation 14, 1 through 6. That's the 144 could learn the song. And Revelation, the whole 5th chapter, about the same thing, but it's kind of going into everybody knowing that song. Like Moses knew the song. Y'all, we're going to have to know the song of the Lord. You know, your song can't have no twerk in it.
Right.
So y'all, we hope this, and also like when y'all get into Luke 15, when y'all get into Luke 15 about the prodigal son, when he cleaned up himself and came back, They say they threw a party for him.
Yeah.
Because the oldest boy came, he said, what is the music? Not only
mad.
that, but it was dancing.
Yeah.
What is they doing?
And
They having a party.
Oldest boy got mad.
Yeah, he
'cause
got
he's
mad.
like, I ain't never departed
Departed
from the
from
ways
the-
of righteousness.
He like, but we got him back
Right.
out of the pits of hell. We got him back. You got my inheritance. That don't change.
Right. You
But
getting
just
it all.
killing a goat and a lamb for your brother who done spent up all his money on harlots. Got broke at the strip club making it rain. He was making a typhoon with his inheritance. And got broke and didn't have no money to do nowhere. Couldn't buy. They had him working in a pig trough.
Right.
Till he got enough money to jump on the back of a wagon and head back home. So y'all, no Diddy.
No diddy.
We got any questions before we close out, bro?
Been saying that to the class so far.
What was that other revelation?
Okay.
I'll just
14.
Okay, I'm looking at
101 or 120. Yeah, is that your 120 is better? I mean, that's I just wanted to.
Question we got from, see, I wrote his name, KC.
Okay.
Okay.
Gonna address it.
And y'all read Psalm 137, 1 and 2, and where the nations ask, sing us one of the songs of Zion. See, they'll ask that first, like they went into Whitney Houston, Mama and them church, and they heard her, and they sang, sing us one of the songs of Zion. And as soon as she got through, they like, oh, we're going to have her singing wickedness. And we're going to hook her up.
Tina, come here. Let me see.
Yeah.
Aretha, come here.
Yes, sir.
Right.
All out of the churches, y'all.
Yeah, all of them.
At KC Field, this song reminded me of a question you posed earlier, and I think it kind of goes along with the class.
Yes, sir.
We're gonna get this closed in prayer. It's with the Most High's permission, and it's in the name of His only beloved and begotten Son,
Yes, sir.
our Lord and Savior and our Redeemer, Yahushua HaMashiach. But we know Him as Jesus the Christ, family. Long live the King.
Long live the King!
Reading in the book of Psalms, in the 120th chapter, it reads, in my distress, I cried unto the Most High, and He heard me.
Yes, sir.
Deliver my soul, O Yahweh, from lying lips,
Yes.
and from a deceitful tongue.
Yes, sir.
What shall be given unto thee? Or what shall be done unto thee, thou false tongue?
Yeah.
Sharp arrows of the mighty with coals of juniper. Woe is me, that I sojourn in Mesech, that I dwell in the tents of Kedar. My soul hath long dwelt with him that hateth peace. I am for peace, but when I speak, they are for war. Hallelujah! Say what?
Yes, sir. If y'all got a shekel or two, we greatly appreciate it. Thank you, worldwide audience, for all the support y'all doing. Just let me say this. We got the Day of Atonement coming up next week. Wednesday the 2nd at sundown. Not the Day of Atonement, I'm sorry. Trumpets. So y'all around here, because it's in the middle of the week and it's only a one-day feast, we chose to do it individually. If anybody invites somebody over to their home, they just want to have dinner and blow the trumpet, do that. But also Jacob always do a class. At this time it's falling on Wednesday, so he would do a trumpets class for everybody to kind of tune into. So you're feasting as well as hearing the lesson. Right. And then the week after that, we got on the 10th, we got the Day of Atonement coming up, and that's where your music got to be right because you're atoning for your soul, you know. And then we have the Feast of Tabernacles coming up. There's reading Leviticus 23. Y'all, we got to. So all of y'all coming to St. Louis, if you're going on the camping trip with us, you still got time, but you ain't got nothing but a week. We need, because we 2 weeks out, 2.5 weeks out from Tabernacle. We need you to get on the list right away. And know for some of those of St. Louis, if you still coming, you got to get on the list. You can't wait till the last second, because the campgrounds are numbered. We can't. It's not 50 tents. It's 50 people.
Right.
Y'all understand, per campground. So we got to make sure our numbers are right and we don't get behind the eight ball. So if you're still coming or you want to get on the list, you need to be contacting us right away. And we also just, like I say, we hold a feast of that 8-day, 7-day celebration. We hold it out in at the campground. But that Saturday, that Sabbath day, we have a feast. And if you feel like driving 62 miles, come on out to the campground and you can feast with us on that day. And then you go ahead and go back. But we're going to be there a couple more days, so to speak. So with that, y'all, I ain't got nothing else. Everybody else good? All praises to the Most High, y'all.
Praise.